Shit like that. Shit like that.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
So if women is hoes, then women is hoes. Women is hoes, 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 women is hoes,
Perfect.
women is hoes, women is hoes, women is hoes, women is hoes, women is hoes,
Shit like that. Shit like that.
women is hoes, women is hoes, women is hoes, women is hoes,
Perfect.
women is hoes, 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 women is hoes,
Perfect, perfect. Wow, 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 wow.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my heart, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And niggas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in a nigga for fucking with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me. Cause I'll come and take your life away. Many men, many men wish death upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men wish death upon me, Lord.
So the cats who running their mouth and think it's a game, come put your hands up, you know what I mean? So that's what we here doing, man. So I appreciate everybody being here. Everybody online, salute to y'all. This might be risky. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now.
It's a stampede!
DJ the Stamp.
So the cats who running their mouth and think it's a game, come put your hands up, you know what I mean? So that's what we here doing, man. So I appreciate everybody being here. Everybody online, salute to y'all. This might be risky. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Run! It's a stampede!
DJ the Stamp.
So the cats who running their mouth and think it's a game, come put your hands up, you know what I mean? So that's what we here doing, man. So I appreciate everybody being here. Everybody online, salute to y'all. This might be risky. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Run! It's a stampede!
DJ the Stamp.
Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Wear garments that mean something. We got hats. We got sweatshirts. We got jackets. We even even got hoodies. Let's not forget our classic tees. Direction, choose your own path.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.
Direction, choose your own path.
You know, this is the home of We Major, Me Frosty, Unfamous, and the restricted clothing brands. Let's get it.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. DJ Hampton Stampede, we in the building.
It's a stampede!
DJ Ham the Stamp. DJ Ham the Stamp.
Mr. Fantastic, what's poppin'?
Brother.
What up? What up? Shout out to everybody, man. Hopefully the weekend went good. What's going on?
Indeed, my brother.
Shit like that.
Very awesome weekend, man. Salute to Lawrence, salute to Cali Bev. Cali Bev is Cali Bev in real life, as is Lawrence. They can't sing for shit, but salute to karaoke.
Shit like that.
Aaron, what's poppin'?
Nothing to it. The usual. Good Monday morning. Birds beat the Saints by the same margin, I think. So life is good.
Indeed.
Shit like that.
Saquon, man, how you feel about boy?
Ask me in November when I see you.
Oh man, wait! I didn't realize I was sharing this. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me get this out of here. How do I get this off the screen?
What? Stop sharing. So present. Click present again, and yeah, unshare it.
Damn, for some reason I can't unshare the fact that the Cowboys was getting blown out and they lost by 3 only because the Ravens let up. I can't understand. For some reason I forgot how to control the.
I don't.
Let's call it framed art.
Okay. Damn, man. Salute to the Cowboys, man.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me see who's in the building before we get started. Bray, salute to you. Appreciate you. Mel, you already know what's popping. Travel One, salute. D in the building. Bub, what up though? Direct to CYOP.com. Please grab the latest merch. The shit is fire. Mr. Wayne was good. Rock solid was goody. Appreciate you. Be safe. Hope the weekend was good. Souls on. Salute. I mean, was popping. Miss Jilly in the building. Blue collar was shaking, my nigga. Hope all is well. Dre on the grind. Ashe, salute. Almanize was popping. Queen C, you gotta send me some music. Daily Living was goody. What's popping, my boy? Mel, good morning. Kurt, what's popping? Melly Mel in the building. Yeah, man, it don't be my fault, man. Love C was goody. Hope all is well, man. Slick, salute. Keeps it 100, man. You got to understand the theme of why I played the song. Leon, what's popping? Ezekiel, Shalom, hope all is well. DC, what up? What's shaking? Mr. Awesome, I see you. Hope everything is everything. Fifi. AC was good. Journey was popping. Yeah, that song was actually pretty big when it came out, that Kill Bill shit. What year was that? 2017, I think. Rum, what up, though? Cali Bev was popping. I think Cali Bev actual birthday is tomorrow, right? Everybody show us some love, man. Let me see. Homeboy, Shalom, E-Dub in the building was popping. I like it. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button if you can. That helps the channel the most. Jethro was popping. Hope all is well, man. Judah. Shalom. He said with the 20 ball says Shalom, Hamp. Peace and blessing to all. My apologies. I was just trying to derail the R&B theme on Friday. I got in late and I wasn't aware of the theme before I made my request. Keep up the good work. I got you. I figured you got there late because when we had the theme for the last week, you were requesting accordingly. But it's all good though. You still dropped some fire. William was goody. Charles Coulter, Waterman was popping. Hope all is well, man. Get the likes up. Brittany was goody. Let me see. CC, happy Monday. Yeah, my SoundCloud don't really got too much on it, but it got a couple mixes if y'all just riding. Vet Life was popping. Hope all is well. Let me see. All right, I like it. I got Lauren already. Hood Conservative was popping. AC was popping. Shiesty. Hope you had a good weekend. Tyrone was good. Thanos was popping. John Henry, salute. Foe was good. Fred was popping, my brother. Hope all is well. Heather, we see you crystal clear in the building. I like it, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. T, marvelous, salute. Chris, what up? All right, man. Andrew, let's get it. Prime VA was popping. Enos, what up, my brother? Hope all is well. Damn, man. Shit like this, man.
Shit like that.
What's up, fellas?
Shit. Let's get to it.
Sitting here in the office.
Mm-hmm. Yo, man, y'all look very dapper, man. It's a fantastic Superman.
As do you.
Appreciate it.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Patriotic, baby.
I like that material on that jacket, man.
Yes, sir. What's this?
Velvet? What is that? Velvet?
Velvet, man. Damn. Yeah, I think Lord Jamar might have been watching This Might Be Risky. You know what I mean?
Shit like that.
Damn, man. It's a good weekend, man. Really good weekend. Shout out to the Cowboys, man. They stink. Let's just get that out the way. The Cowboys stink.
Dog shit in August.
Enos, I hope you're feeling better, man. I'm gonna put you in my prayers for sure, man. Bartholomew was popping. Miss Live Your Life, salute. I just want their fans to hush. If they would sit back and relax, we wouldn't have an issue. They can't stop a nosebleed. So, salute to everybody who likes the Cowboys, man. Who you like? Is it Fantastic? The Jaguars?
No, I don't have an NFL team. College only.
You're a grown man.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm mature enough to know the NBA is the sport of choice.
God.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
You realize that, Dre, keep this shit to yourself, Dre. Jesus Christ. All right, man, let's get it, man. So I was thinking about this, man, looking through different things on the weekend, man. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. We got 164 people in the building, and we have 61 likes. Not great at all. Let's get the likes up. Please get the likes up. I was looking at it, man. You know, I was looking at different things. I was actually looking for actual data, Mr. Fantastic, regarding the black dollar and how long it circulates in the community. But I don't,
it's 6 minutes.
6 minutes, right? But who actually builds data on that? Like, for instance, when they talk about the Jewish dollar, right? Do they consider Jewish a religion or nationality? Because they don't have statistics on, like, if a religious dollar, how long it circulates in said community.
Well, I'm pretty sure well, I don't think it's either or. It's like a demographic, right? So like the LGBT community wouldn't be either or. It's a demographic. So what they do a lot of the times is they classify something as just like age brackets, right? So it's a demographic that they pretty much group or whatever and monitor, and then use that data to, you know what I'm saying, get whatever you're trying to get to.
I got you. But I didn't see specific. I understand that. That's clear. But in terms of like racial groups, I couldn't find like a FBI data statistic on it.
Yeah.
So where does it actually come from, or is it speculation?
Well, no, it's not speculation because I know for a fact one of the most underappreciated, undergraded, as I like to say, Dr. Claude Anderson did research and data on it. So what they do is pretty much, you know, predominantly black neighborhoods or whatnot, what have you. You correlate it with the black-owned businesses, and then I'm pretty sure you make a comparison to other groups. So, like, you know, like the Little Italy's, the Jewish towns, or whatever, so on and so forth. And I'm pretty sure what they're saying, what they do is they compare like or similar businesses and their revenue and income versus, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that's what, because like I said, I mean, you know, we're big, like we're brand whores, right? Yeah. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, we'll buy all the Gucci, the Fendi, the Prada, all this stuff, so on and so forth. But you know what I'm saying? If a brother's selling the shirt, you know, I ain't paying no damn $30 for no t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? But you'll pay $100 for a fucking Gucci, you know what I'm saying? For a Gucci bandana.
Okay. So they kind of putting all that together. So I guess a part of it is, like you were saying, if we don't own the businesses that are in our neighborhood, by proxy of that, the dollar leaves.
Yeah, that, and also so black branding, but mostly, like I said, I think will be more community based than, you know what I'm saying, just general spending on, you know, of course, like groceries and stuff like that, so on and so forth. Because I think most of the stuff we spend, your basic, what do you like to call it? Services, right? Services and then stuff that you provide. So providers and services, I think that's one of the biggest things that a community offers more so than, you know what I'm saying, just products and stuff. Most people are going to the grocery store, the plumbers, the electricians, the, you know, that stuff more so than the, you know, the tennis shoes and sunglasses and shit.
Yeah, because I remember I was doing a show on spending habits, and obviously, like, it was on the women specifically, and it said a lot is spent on beauty supplies and things of that nature.
Oh, for black community, yeah. Black women are definitely the highest spenders, and most of their stuff is beauty related.
But the majority of their money was spent on just everyday food, rent, like just like everybody else, you know.
Yeah.
I look at it as a little bit hyperbole, but nevertheless, though, the disposable income is largely spent on things that we maybe aren't investments.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, most things aren't assets. Yeah, black people have the least amount of assets of almost any demographic other than, I think, like Native Americans.
Yeah. Okay. Any thoughts on this, Aaron? So I'm still building that.
Yeah. I mean, they would kind of take, as far as the demographics, look at the census results, and also look at some of like the industry's market research, target demographics, and then how successful that has been. And then just looking at just area revenue. just per capita revenue, looking at the black neighborhood, you can easily identify a black neighborhood looking at the Census, Bureau population, and then what businesses are in that neighborhood. So you like Chinese store, liquor store, nail salon, hair salon, who owns all the businesses in that particular area? And then who shops there? I mean, but yeah, everything that Mr. Fantastic says is 100% correct. You just compile all these different data sets and just make comparisons using a little bit of simple math.
Okay. So with that thought, right, I think that the like you said, the demographic, the statistics, then looking at the businesses in that neighborhood, it seemingly makes sense. What I want to ask, though, or what I want to clarify or remind out, the intentionality of it, though. Right? Like, do we root for everybody black, or do we do it in the convenience of like celebrities and things of that nature? What I mean by is, do we patronize each other's businesses? Do we build each other up? Do we help each other? Are we helping the kids that don't have support, et cetera, et cetera? Or do we continue to actually have a crab in the barrel mentality?
Well, you said it. Rooting for and supporting are two different things.
Well, I'm conflating.
I don't think so. I think we root for everybody black, but we won't necessarily support everything black, because support requires patronage. We'll sit here and say all day long, black businesses, yay. But are you putting your money there?
Yeah, I'm with Aaron, and then another big part of it, I guess I'll be the bad guy as usual, is what is does the business give great customer service or great product, or is an actual business? They reckon a certain philosopher, not a psychiatrist, psychologist through the mud, because he still hasn't delivered on that school, at the millions of dollars of donations. So you have to ask the question too, if you got the mom and pop shop or the soul food restaurant, and the motherfucking hours say 9 to 5, but they don't ever open at 10:30, and then they out of chicken by motherfucking noon. You know what I'm saying? And all you getting is motherfucking cornbread and collard green juice. And how long do you keep patronizing that business?
It's not actually like that, right?
Oh, brother, hold on. Who? Where? Brother.
Huh?
Have you not seen? Do you know who Keith Lee is?
Yeah, I know Keith Lee.
Okay, Keith Lee is proving that to be true, brother. Shout out to Atlanta, like you said, bro. Keith Lee came through Atlanta and shut Atlanta down simply because of that. And the worst part about it is these major cities, your Atlantas, your DCs, your Chicago's, bro. These black-owned businesses, especially in the restaurant business. Oh shit, hold on, Ham. Oh no. Oh yeah. Whoa. What's going on with the turkey leg hut there, brother? Yeah. Oh, you thought we forgot? Yeah, what the hell are you talking about? Turkey leg hut. Yeah, motherfucker. What? Turkey leg hut? Then they lied. Oh, we're doing renovations. You doing damn renovation, your ass shut down.
Why are you bringing up old shit, Mr.
Hey, old nigga, that's yesterday. Don't play with me. That's Friday. Okay? That's Friday.
Are you saying that the stereotypes that you're painting are the usual for black-owned businesses?
I would not say if I had to give a percentage, I would say 45%. And there are three holy trinities of 3.5. Three holy trinities of black business: the church, the barber, the beauty salon, and then probably the soul food restaurant dependent, right? But we know another thing too, I don't think a lot of people understand. The worst investment for a business is the food business, is the restaurant business. I think that has, Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's the highest percentage of failures of any like personally owned business, is like the restaurant or food service within the first 5 years or so. Most of those, most restaurants don't make it past 5 years.
Yeah, it's difficult as hell.
I'm in that game. It is a proverbial bitch. It is the worst. It is so difficult and fickle.
Yeah. Okay. I understand the turkey leg hut, but for every one turkey leg hut, there's 10 other black-owned restaurants that have good service, good food, and they have what you asked for.
10, stop it. I'll give you 3 max.
Shout out to Cali Beverly 2000. Sea Salt is a black-owned restaurant. Sea Salt, shout out to Sea Salt in Atlanta. Black-owned, great service, even better food. The music was alright as well.
Yeah, you definitely capping on the 10.
I'll tell you what. Let's just give every restaurant north of McDonald's and south of Ruth's Chris to black people. Let's just say that that's it. How are black people with banks?
We have Industrial Bank.
Small banks, local banks.
Yeah, we have Industrial Bank. It's in DC.
The banking here in Philadelphia, I have
huh? What? Say What? I'm just saying. Repo was popping. I'm just saying, Industrial Bank does fine. They're a little bit backwards on technology, but you can get in, get out. They have tellers, they have a drive-through, etc.
Well, I need to move back to DC, is what you're telling me. I need to go back to PG County or something. I need to uproot because the black banks here in Philadelphia, and me and my business partners gave it a solid opportunity. I mean, we really gave them like 18 months of our life, and I'm here to tell you.
Here's what I'm telling you guys. Once you guys live in a predominantly black successful area, these stereotypes start to get destroyed day by day.
Oh, I believe that.
I'm skeptical because bro, like I said, I've been around. I've done my fair share of, city hopping. Mostly, I prefer the niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm comfortable at. And bro, yeah, man. I'm not saying it's a majority, but you know what, man? Another thing too, the severity, right? I've never been to a non-black establishment and either received the severity of poor service or poor product. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I go to an Italian spot or whatever, hey, cordial, whatever, la la la. You know what I'm saying? Like delicatessen spots are real big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up north. So anytime I go to those places, no matter what, they might be calling me a moolie after I walk out of that motherfucker. But while I'm in there, excellent service, and you know what I'm saying, and the product is good. That's another thing too. And I it goes to the point where we think we deserve less. We look at ourselves like, that nigga don't deserve no. Just give him that cold chicken. Don't throw that out. Give it to him. They don't know no bread. Drop it back in the grease for 3 minutes. Put it on the plate and give it to him. You feel me? So I think that's a part of it too.
Oh. We have to change this perspective and narrative, bro.
Turkey leg hut charging motherfuckers. You leave out a turkey leg hut with a fucking what? I think what's it? Ham? I know you got to have a reservation, $500 minimum, and drinks, and you got to get this many entrees. Look, come on, man. Come on now, man. Turkey leg hut is the epitome of what the hell we talking about. Turkey leg hut just a year ago was telling people, hey, they got a dress code now. You got to dress to impress. You got to do certain stuff. La la la. Now these motherfuckers getting shut down for damn health violations.
All right. So, do you really think? All right. So let me point out a few things that I do see. Automatic gratuity on drinks is a pet peeve that I have. You get around the shots and you got 20% gratuity in largely black-owned establishments. The reason is it's like we have zero trust. I don't even think the rooting actual, because when Issa said it was inspirational. However, what's actually happening? You got 18% gratuity on shots because the belief is that we don't tip. Is that true too?
No, that's what I'm saying, right? So, and first and foremost, even if a tip is optional, tip is fucking optional. Let's start there. Shout out to Aaron and anybody else that's been, bro. Tipping is like an American thing almost exclusively, bro. overseas and stuff, they don't even. This is not even an option. You get your ticket, you sign, you pay for your food, you leave, right? So what the entitlement of an establishment to say that you gotta tip me for already patronizing your restaurant is just absurd to me. And I would, if a place had mandatory tips on alcohol, I'll pregame. I'll go to the car between bites. Don't fucking play with me. 20%, that's crazy. Not to mention, like you said, somehow we done jumped from 15% being standard to now 20%. And if this shit come true about no taxes on tips, listen, hell, I don't want to hear shit else ever again in life.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Overseas tips aren't mandatory, and in many places they're frowned upon, believe it or not. But they're also paid a reasonable wage. Here in the U.S., food service, kitchen to table employees, bar service employees, I mean, they're $2-3 an hour. Like they kind of rely heavily on the tips. But I also agree that it's a little uncouth. Why don't you just charge me an additional 18% on everything on the fucking menu and be done with it? Why lure me in here with the idea that something costs $20? Just tell me it's 22.
Yeah.
And let your books handle it.
Well, I'm just looking specifically, just in terms of anecdotal experience, at the Black establishments, the Black-owned restaurants. Gratuity is absolutely incurred in your cost every single time you swipe. Every bar, DJ at, even out here in Texas, same thing. Gratuity is included. And generally speaking, these clubs they appear Black-owned, are Black-owned, or patronized by majority Black people. So the rooting for everybody Black, the reason I want to mind it out is, are we actually like this? Do we actually not tip?
No.
By and large, no.
Yeah, no, that's him. That's what I'm saying. No. Now again, you get some stuff that go viral every
Come
now
on
and
in
again.
the chat if Black people tip, put a 2 if we don't.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I tip 15% minimum. Usually like whatever. And then if it's at like a better establishment, I might go up to 20. If the fucking what's name Supreme or just Superb, hell, I might go even higher than that. So I always tip, especially like I'm paying with card. Nobody carries cash. I think a big part of this too is like people don't understand nowadays. It's really not even like you don't even think about it, right? Hey, put the amount on whatever you're gonna add on to it and whatever. You know what I'm saying? $20, $50, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to actually hand the money over. So by and large, I definitely know for a fact most Black people tip, bro. But again, like you said, now it's the trust issue as to where you're forcing me to say, nigga, you ain't gonna tip, so I'm gonna add 20% on to your tab just off rip. And then what the worst part about that, Hemp, is they have the audacity to fucking put like an option for you to tip more. No, motherfucker, you already got it. So I can tell you this for sure. And that's what get me. That's what I hate about the service part of it too. Is like she looking at me crazy because I didn't give you an additional tip already of what they said is 20%. I went to camp when I was in Houston last year, Ham. Like you said, that mandatory tip, bro, is like it's a little startling, especially like I said, 20%. So it's like, no, shawty, you brought my drinks late as hell. I had to wait 45 minutes for you to come back around to eat and refill, you know what I'm saying, my regular drink. So no, I'm not about to give you a tip on top of the tip that the business is already enforcing. You crazy.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I always tip.
I think most Black folks do. I would say 80% of Black folks will at least put 15%. And if it's like a credit card situation under $20, they'll round up to the nearest 5 or 10. And I think the remaining 20% of Black people, you cut them in half into 10% each category. One category, these niggas don't tip. You see what I said? These niggas don't tip. And the other category, the other 10% is niggas that like to make it rain.
Most of the niggas that don't tip got titties. By the way, let's talk about that. These cases are where these viral situations are where, and servers say this, Black female servers tell you the most about the people that are the biggest non-tippers are black women. I ain't say this. I didn't make it up. Look at all the viral fucking shit, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. Just saying. Men, like I said, men don't want to, him. That's just like an ego hit. Because say about on the date, oh, this nigga didn't tip. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's where I was headed. I'll let you indict the women, but there is 10% that we will tip exorbitantly just to be seen tipping. They're making it rain. 10% of us will do that, and I think that offsets the other 10% that don't tip shit. But 80% of us, I think, are putting 15% on the table just as a matter of protocol. I tip 20 guaranteed, no questions asked, unless there's something about the service that I didn't like, and I'll come down. But 20% is what you're going to get. And if I really am in love with what you did, I can go as high as 50.
Are you an outlier?
No. I think most black folks, maybe on the upper echelon of that 80%, but I think most black folks are comfortable with 15 to 20%.
Damn, man.
20% if they really liked it, 15% because that's what you do.
Yeah, 15% is the standard, bro. I think most people 15. I mean, it deletes you. Now listen, I don't fucking tip the Chinese buffets. All right, you get $3. That's it.
Right. But that's a tip though. Like that's still and you're right. I don't think that there's a need to put $20 on the. You know what I mean? But I'm
doing that for Pedro and one that they got in the back that what I'm saying they got illegally
the busting and all that. Right. That's what I'm saying. You see, that's how black people are more inclined to think and maneuver. That they do consider that there's an element here that's doing work. There's somebody that has to at least clear this shit. Now, you know who I'm not tipping? If I'm in the car and you giving me food.
Hey, shout out to Aaron, bro. The lockdown, that's pissed me off. Listen, baby, all you doing is handing me my food. Why? I'm not tipping you for that. I'm literally picking up a to-go order and I'm supposed to give you $1, 2, 3, 20%, 15% just for you to fucking let me walk in. You don't even walk it out to my car for me. No, bitch, you're not getting no motherfucking tip. It's the same thing. Like, what are you doing? It's like a drive-through. I don't tip McDonald's. So what I tip you for a to-go order? But like I said, I think that's something that we've been finessed into, and I don't think people understand and realize. Like when the lockdown shit happened, bro, a lot of things changed from restaurant standpoint, tipping, all this stuff to where, and then they actually had an article, Aaron and him, to where people were talking about they would feel like they were being over tipped because of that shit, bro. Like, bro, I ain't got to do this shit. I'm doing it out of the, out of the goodness and the just the right thing to do, right? The expectation, but don't try to make it and take advantage of it the way, like you say, now you're trying to fucking nickel and dime me, as we say, for every little thing. I got a tip for fucking walking in the fucking restaurant to get my own food. Is ridiculous. That's crazy.
Now I will tip a Sonic because they riding around on them skates, and you bust your ass doing that, and it's a distance from the food to the car window. Like Sonic, I will, because that's kind of like a waitress, and then you can sit there and eat if you want. You know what I mean? They'll come and clear it, take it away if you want. That's like a little outdoor restaurant or drive-in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, everything else, no, hell no. My ass.
Damn.
Sonic, though, I will look out, especially if I like the girl. I'll look out.
See, I'm just trying to assess our just overall conduct as we root for people, try to grow businesses and things of that nature. It seems like we definitely have a lack of trust. Do we have a lack of manners? And
don't ask me.
Well, trust, here's on these three things, right? Lack of trust, lack of manners, and do we actually always ask for a discount? Is that our conduct?
No, you know what? And that's another stereotypical thing too. Hemp, I've never outside of military discount or whatever, I asked for that. But especially a personal black owned business, hey man, let me get it for the hookup, man. Let me come on, man, cut me some slack. No, because I understand, like you said, especially like I said, if we're talking major stuff, like what I'm saying, contracting or electrical or some stuff like that. You feel me? So I think this is a stereotypical thing that just got put on us men mainly, but at the same time, people are saying that that's the way, you know. So if the entrepreneur or the business owner is saying, hey, y'all steady coming to me asking for, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? You know, it's crazy. I would say it's more so than you charging too much than it, but you know what I'm saying? And that's asking for a discount. But then, like you saying, you juxtapose that to what you guys are willing to spend. Bro, a pair of Nikes now, bro, like a pair of Jordans, but that's $200 after tax. You feel me? And some of them, depending on what, no, actually now over 200, right? So the standard is like 225.
25.
So if you spending 225 for, you know, a pair of shoes, you know what I mean? And they're Jordans, but still, you know, overall owned by Nike, a white company, right? Okay. And a brother selling a shirt for, you know, $25, you know, a regular, you know, t-shirt or, you know, some type of thing. And you telling him, nah, man, you know, $5, you can't drop it down to 20. But bro, come on, bro.
We asked for the hookup, Aaron.
I mean, that's tough. I've heard the stereotype, but I've not seen it. Like, and I think this is where those anecdotal situations, I'm afraid to use it because I've seen the opposite. I've seen black people, they're more inclined to like tip or look out because, you know, like to support, you know, put a little extra sauce on the check. And like, let's say, for example, my wife's colleague and friend owns a Haitian restaurant. And like, and I've other people that own restaurants, they're more inclined to give you things for free, or, you know, you're a friend, or they look out. And I'm like, no, man, here, take, you know, I'm throwing money at them. Like, I know what it's like to open and build a business. You know what I mean? And because I'm your friend, I'm going to look out. But they're like, well, because I'm your friend, I'm going to look out in appreciation for your patronage. So I see it as an opposite. But I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, Aaron brought up a great point. I'm gonna say it too before you go ham. You know, like the little dudes in the middle of the mall be trying to sell whatever, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
I don't want to buy that shit. I don't want that shit, bro. But here you go. I'll just give you, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you $3 or $4, $5 for tip, just for like, hey, brother, you're a good salesman, right? You got good charisma. You know how to approach, and you did a real good job on the sales. So just for that, like, I don't want your product. Hey, take that $5 and whatever you do with it, you do with it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah. But like you said, you know, that too. So I don't think we definitely don't get the credit for that, because, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving my shit to no bum or no hobo. But, you know, if you're trying to sell a product or some shit, bro, and you're trying to, you know, you're out here doing whatever, hey, here go $5, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The worst I've ever seen, and I'm guilty of it. Let me get some extra oxtail gravy on that rice.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in a Jamaican spot.
Oh yeah. I think that's feasible. That makes sense. That's within the guideline, you know.
Yeah, but I'm probably also gonna be like, keep the change, or put, you know what I mean, if I have cash, drop it in that little white bucket up there or something. You know what I mean? So,
because I actually say I don't like as much gravy, right? So I'm saving them gravy so you can take the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
balance it. Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's pretty standard in terms of that, 100%. Even when I'm at Chipotle, I'm like, come on, beloved. Like, don't
that
still going there. 99% fucking rice. Y'all, I don't know how Chipotle's in business, bro.
Yeah, it's a steak burrito with rice, not a rice burrito with steak.
Shout out to Moe's, man. Shout out to Moe's. Goddamn.
Moe's too salty. But damn, yeah, man, I experienced it a lot, especially like DJing specifically. They're always like, you don't have to do X, Y, and Z. So you come from 4 to 8, let's say. But for the first hour, you could just do a playlist, right? This is like the type of verbiage they use. They're like, or you know what? We'll just put our iPad on and then you can do 3 hours. And I'm like, for the simple fact that you think that's the same thing, it's problematic in itself, right? Mm-hmm. But you also know it's not the same thing. Mm-hmm. And you also know that you're not gonna give you're trying to give me playlist money, but you don't want playlist results. Mm-hmm. I said, so now if I minimize my work, so I can not talk on the mic, I could save myself energy doing that. I could put a playlist on, certainly. But it's not passive business, right? If I don't do well, I don't get jobs. I don't get paid. So it's really like a ploy, right? Because it's 100 people here. What do I look like not maximizing an opportunity, right? Just in terms of just performing. There's a reason why you requested me. There's plenty of, and I've actually referred people to say, hey, this person's cheaper than me. This person's cheaper than me. You can use them. But they know they don't want to, so they start talking about this playlist stuff and etc. You know what I mean? And it's like, the pricing. Why do people just not pay for it? Because you don't go to Gucci and try to fucking bargain with them. So I do see that concept rear its head more than I would like it to be honest. But does this also is this also par for the course? Like, you don't know unless you ask?
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? So everybody wants a deal, but like you said, I know for a fact, if they're not approaching another black person, they don't want to seem like they can't afford it, right? Prime example, like you gave, you go to the designer store, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, whatever, so on and so forth. Oh. You ain't talking about no discount there, bro. You already know what it is. You walk in the door, you expecting to spend, probably a stack minimum, right? So you already know that expectation. You don't even talk about, that. And then when you deal with other businesses and other places, it's the same thing, right? And especially like you say, for you, it's a service, it's a skill set. It's a, you're providing a service. Mm-hmm. I think what the biggest stuff that it gets with is the service aspect of it. Because like you said, like, hey man, listen, I'm a professional. Obviously, like you said, my reputation precedes me, and I'm good enough for this for you to request me in the first place. So if I'm good enough for you, I'm obviously worth what I'm charging because, I built my rapport and I built my reputation to the point of where I've been booked by other people. And just the way you suggested friends or people that are also in the same industry, I'm pretty sure you got suggested by me because of the great deal, the great job I did at the previous establishment or other establishments. Mm-hmm. So like I said, but at the same time, I do agree. Hey man, if you can get a better price, get a better price. But if it was a white DJ or somebody so on and so forth, I don't think they would try them like that. You feel me?
Yeah, it doesn't manifest the same way, unfortunately. Which leads me to my next question. How do we perceive each other? Do we perceive each other casually? So if I walk into Aaron's restaurant and he says, "What's up, brother?" Right? Is that too casual? Or is that comfortability okay? Let me give you an example. I walked in, there was this white dude talking to this white girl. So I walk into this little restaurant and he's like, "What's up, man?" I'm saying, "Who are you talking to?" "Do I know you?" He's like, I said, "No." I said, "Is that how you address these two old white people that they were kind of sitting right there?" So I just use them as an example. And it was rhetorical. I know you didn't say "what's up, man" to them two people. I said, "Oh, what's up, man, me?" You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think when it involves us two, so to speak?
This is delicate, right? And it's a great question. First off, I think the establishment matters. If I'm going into a restaurant or something like that, hey, cool, fine. What's up, man? It's cool, right? But if it's something to where I'm going to be spending thousands of dollars, or it's something of a more serious nature, I am due a "how you doing, sir?" Right? And I think, like you said, because it goes back to what we talked about earlier, we believe we deserve less, and it's like always on this. You want to, the brother man, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a relatability thing versus professionalism. And I think for us, when we look at each other, we see us as more relatable than professional, and that can be, like I said, depending on the industry, that it's a level of, I don't want to say disrespect, but I guess like unawareness or just a complacency. Not just a complacency. It's a level of complacency. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Complacency. Aaron?
Yeah, I believe black people are too informal with one another, period, across the board.
Okay. Okay. And so when we see each other, it's just more of the same.
Yeah. It's I don't like the lack of formality. I mean, anybody else walks in the room, especially Caucasian individual, and motherfuckers that just sit, what?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you say sup to me? Good afternoon to him. Fuck you.
Aaron, your big ass would get locked up. You would get a motherfucking trespassing charge, brother. You too big for that shit. Be careful. Don't frown too much.
Good afternoon, sir, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
No, hey, I'm with. Hey, shout out to Aaron. Okay. You frying chicken?
What the fuck was that?
You got an 18 wheeler in your studio? What's going on?
Oh, what that was? Go ahead.
But no, so no, I have a very good habit. And I think maybe it's the military thing. I think the informality part. Aaron hit it on the head, man. We definitely need to have another level of professionalism, or just teach that, especially to the boys, because, bro, you know what I'm saying? When you're in these $1 million deals and whatnot, what have you, bro, that 50 Cent has told you this, Jay-Z has told you this, even the people that were quote unquote former street niggas and so on, so came from nothing, bro, it's a totally different just attitude, right? And that lack of formality and structure is a major issue and problem. Like I said, whenever I walk up to a young man, a young fella, how you doing, sir? I call him sir to try and pass that on and let him know that it's not like, hey, little nigga, or no shit like that. Well, like Aaron hit that on the head, bro. I think brothers need to you know what I'm saying, definitely start raising our own level of respect from each other, and you know what I'm saying, and showing that, and then passing it down to the youngest.
100%. I would often say, right, in these interactions, right, definitely with the young boys, I usually say yes sir to them. How we, you know what I mean? I'd be a little bit more formal. Now, obviously, if I know them, right, so right, that's different in terms of like my like the kids I coach. If I see them, it's whatever. But and then oftentimes, if I walk into a client's home, right, like if let's say I'm doing I'm doing a move estimate, and I see it's black people, very rarely would I address them informally, right? Now, if the man in the house specifically, right, just because they're older, so we often deal in that way, because we move elderly, I would say 90% of the time. If he starts with a little bit of brother this, brother that, then I'll lean into it slightly, right? Because that's the environment that he created, right? But not overwhelmingly to where I'm like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say, I still kind of keep it surgeon because he's older. But generally speaking, the client can kind of steer it a little bit.
Brought to you by This Might Be Risky. It is never appropriate to use nigga in a business setting. Okay, recording business is never listen. Okay, do not listen. Listen, you will be fired, sir. You hit me with my nigga while you on the clock. No. You will not be there, motherfucking too.
Yeah, you definitely want to taper it. But generally speaking, do you think that's an okay rule of thumb? Meaning the client sets an environment?
I think it's perfect. I mean, of course, nothing's an absolute, right? So depending on the industry, but 100%, I think the client should dictate the tone, temperature, and color of the conversation. And if they steer it in a direction that's still within what's considered appropriate, by all means, honor that. If you're comfortable with it, or if you want to keep it strictly professional, that's fine too. Mm-hmm. But I think as a nod to your customer, and to them, it's a sign that they're appreciating what you're doing and they're comfortable with you. And I don't think there's anything wrong with returning that. But what it is, or what it isn't, it's not presumptuous. You're not going in there with a preconceived notion or presumption or entitled sense that you should be able to do this on the account of identity politics. That is not true, accurate, nor appropriate. Your customer should dictate that. And even then, there should be a limit. There's still a window of professionalism that even you should stay in as a professional.
Okay.
What's up, my nigga? Nah, little bitch. No, that's not. Even if they take it there and they love you to death, you stay out of there.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
You're not going.
So do you guys think we root for each other?
Hell yeah, without a doubt, man.
Two-part question. You think
Put a white cop. Go ahead.
You think we do, and you think we should?
Put a white cop in there. Put a white police in the picture.
I like police. What do you mean?
No, white. A cop the color of our shirt.
Okay.
You saying, do we root for each other, and should we? I mean, yeah. I definitely say we do. We need to, you know. Should we? Yeah, of course. And again, that's one of the things of where I'm going to at least show you support outwardly, even if I'm not, you know, actually giving you money or patronizing you until otherwise, right? If you turn out to be a bad business, I believe one of the biggest issues and problems is tolerating poor service, poor product, or whatever, and then getting to say, "Oh, I'm black." So y'all, no, brother. The reason why you're not getting support is because your business is poor. You upgrade your business and your standard. Now, hey, we can give you support back. But I believe that this lack of support for black business is usually said by black business, bad black business owners.
Okay. I tend this is what I think, and I'm saying I haven't vetted it, but it's like we'll talk about it, but then we assume the worst about black businesses. You know, because Enterprise will fuck us over. Then we'll go to Hertz, who's also white, fuck us over. Then we'll go to Avis, who's also white, fuck us over. But then with black businesses, it's like he sells steaks and I sell shoes, but we both black and we both in business, so fuck both of them.
Yeah, nah, I don't see it that way. It's definitely not, like I said. I think it's real. It's hard to do, like you said, if in a predominantly black city. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just go totally commercial. So like, hey, you know, a burger joint, a black burger joint, right? And well, fuck that. So I'm not, you know, but you know it too. I think it is not that big of a competition, too, in most industries. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So like, you go to these different places and whatnot. You may have like Chinatown. Everybody motherfucking selling that fried rice. You know what I'm saying? That shit fried rice. That shit fried rice. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, but you know, for the black businesses, you got like the barbecue joint. You got the chicken spot. You got the fish spot. You may have a burger spot that, or like, shout out to Philly, right? You got the, you know what I'm saying? So I think for the most part, the competition has enough varieties as to where people don't do that, bro. Unless it's horrible.
I think it's in industries where I think we do well in industries where we're supposed to. So, for example, barbecue. You know what I mean? Like we're known for barbecue. We're known for chicken. So I don't think anybody pushes back on that. Even if you come across a lousy barbecue spot, oh, well, then just don't eat at that spot. But the other guy that's a black-owned barbecue spot, we're still going to check him out. I don't think that turns us off to all black spots.
Okay.
But that's because black people are known, you know what I mean? Like we're supposed to be good at chicken and shit like that.
Shit like that.
Let me play a couple clips for y'all. I want to see where, if we're supposed to root for people, our people, and we should, what situations are we right or wrong in? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Aaron with the 2000. If they gotta say we a black business, I get shaky. Damn. Reaper was popping with the $5. Salute DJ Hamp, Aaron, aka the evil Uncle Phil, Mr. Fantastic, substitute vice principal outfit is burning my eye.
Wow.
Man bought his whole fit from Woolworths.
Brother. What the fuck is Woolworths? What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Reaper with the $5 says black people get killed for not or poor tipping, but nothing on white Europeans who are proud to not tip. And many times we are rude and nasty as tourists. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I think the East Indian is like voted the worst tourist like in the world or something like that. Aaron with the $10 says, a lot of black people only tip the minimum, and yes, black women don't like to tip. Working to tip paying jobs, I can say that. But tips are a dance. Some don't know good customer service and who to impress. Aaron with the $5 says, I no longer go to brunch with black people. I get tired of arguing over who drank what or what they ate. And the other side want to run the bill up, shaking my head. Skinny Boy 20 was popping. My brother been a member for one. Come on. What up, man? What up, Mr. Fantastic? Salute my G. With the Huey Newton fro. So the woman tip if a man pays for the meal? Should she? Skinny, you would have to provide a little bit more context. If it's a first date, I would probably do both. If we're in a marriage or whatever the case, and I'm paying, yeah, like if we dating or courting, I think I've seen women do it where it didn't seem too like a negative. I don't know if I ever expected it though. Maybe when friends go, yeah, I would say it's circumstantial. Maybe, what y'all think?
I used to have a rule of thumb. The first date, I'm paying for everything, hands down. The second date, I'm looking to see if she's going to at least offer to pay the tip or the valet the car. If she does, I'm going to decline and pay for everything, hands down. By the third date, I'm looking to see if she's at least going to offer to pay the tab or the tip or the valet. At that point, it's up to you whether you want to accept or not. I typically would accept the tip on the first date and then pay everything else. If date 1, 2, and 3, you haven't offered shit, there's no date 4.
Yeah, Aaron almost ran it down perfectly, bro. So for me, hey, the first 2 on me, that third one on you, baby. And it's no question, no ifs, ands, or buts. I as a man or whatever to set the rapport. Obviously, I'm getting a third date. You like me enough or whatnot, what have you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking your ass to a $500 restaurant for the first 2 dates and no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We going somewhere normal,
Shit like that.
So it's not that you in it for the money, or at least I hope you're not impressed by motherfucking Outback and motherfucking what's the Italian joint, Carrabba's. I hope that's not impressive to you. But yeah, that third date, baby, you gotta pay for me. You know what I'm saying?
I at least want to see the offer. Date 1 and 2, it's a wash. Even if you offer on date 2, I don't want it. No money. Date 3, it just offers something. Chances are I'm not going to take it anyway. Definitely not 1 and 2. But I think a woman should, on date 2, at least offer the tip. At least. And I think a man should decline 100% on date 2. Any offer made.
I never even thought about it to that extent.
I think that when 2 really classy people are together, 2 dope people, that to me is how it looks. First date, all on him. Second date, well, at least let me get the tip. Nah, baby, I got it. Third date, can I get the tip this time? If you must. And then even then, give it back to her somehow, leave a 20 somewhere, you know what I mean? Or I tell you what, make it up to me next time, we'll take your car. Even then, fill it up with gas. But the fact that she offered, if she's not offering, your ass is in that phone for lunch. No investment.
Wow.
Tip. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. One thing I've been looking at more, Black Seinfeld was popping, Shalom. One thing I've been looking at more and more, right? Rooting for everybody black. There's a lot of shit happening in the media. You know, a lot of this canceling. Who do we stand behind? The presidential race, et cetera, et cetera. I wanted to take a look at this. I was going to do a reaction, but I said, nah, let me see what the fellas think regarding this right here. Get the likes up. We got 382 people in the building, and we have 143 likes. How the fuck do we do that? Y'all, man. Come on, man. Get the likes up, please. Y'all see this? So, I never heard of these dudes shits and giggles, I heard of Andrew Schultz.
You won't believe how Andrew Schultz reacted to shits and gigs apology.
Rooting for everybody black.
What is the black girl?
Right? And this is what kind of when I was thinking about this premise. What do we do when shit like this happens? For those who haven't heard what Andrew Schultz said in regarding to the black girl effect, is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Let me see what you guys think.
Girlfriend effect. This
Oh, you don't know about this?
Glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend. All of a sudden, he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up. Glows up, bro.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends,
they grow a beard because there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of it. That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Yeah. Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
That is white.
Hey, let me get a UL translation.
Kendrick fans, get him!
We love them all.
That's royal English for.
First off, them niggas is some sucker shit for that last answer.
Nah, they told the truth, man. Again, they played it safe. You know what that mean? We love them all. And in their defense, the one dude is clearly mixed. The lighter dude's already
What is the
mixed.
black girlfriend effect?
But they live in the UK, so you know, for them, bro. Shout out to the UK brothers. Shout out to the brubs. Shout out to the brubs. It's only like 5%, bro. It's on the UK has like a 5% black population. So and them white girls, bro, they just like from what shout out to King Riches for what they saying, bro. Hey, they love the niggas, man. Niggas and the niggas. But you know they got a lot of niggas over there too. So they like that. They like some chocolate over there, bro.
The other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend. All of a sudden, he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up. Glows up, bro.
I like that. I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends,
they grow a beard because there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of it. That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
That is white.
Hey, let me get a UL translation.
Kendrick fans, get him!
Y'all think, man? What happens next?
What was the last thing that was said? They were laughing and shit. What was said?
They said,
Oh no, Kendrick fans get him. Kendrick talking about Kendrick Lamar. So he's making a reference to Kendrick Lamar claiming that, you know, Drake don't like black girls and shit like that, or so on and so forth, and you know, black family, all that bullshit.
So what we do here, man? Right. So Schultz said what he said, and I get it. He's a comedian, right? For all intents and purposes. Was he out of bounds?
No, he's not out of bounds. He's a comedian, like you said. Comedians get to, and he didn't say anything inflammatory. He said a stereotypical thing that's been said for forever, and not just stereotypical, statistical. Black women have the highest rates of being perpetrators of domestic violence also. So yeah. And then just to give people context, right? A lot of people don't understand or know. Most brothers don't know, but black women know. The black girlfriend effect is a swirler movement as to where black women get with white men and change them into literally nigga light. So they get these white boys, and as they said, Travis Kelce is a perfect example, right? So how Travis Kelce was with his black girlfriend.
Yeah.
Now that nigga look like a lumberjack. You know what I'm saying? Like a lumberjack at a truck stop or a truck driver. You know what I'm saying? So what these black women do is they tell black men that they ain't don't want, right? But then they get these white boys and literally turn them into the black, you know what I'm saying, the black version of a white boy. So that's what the black girlfriend effect is.
Aaron?
I would have to know the audience in the room to know if he was out of line. Locker room talk, no. Barbershop talk, no. But I wouldn't appreciate if there were black women around. I think there's a certain level of decorum that, you know, should be exercised when your audience is a certain, you know what I mean? Like, there's a time and place for everything. Was it so egregious to where I'd be like trying to punch this dude in his fucking beak? No. I mean, because the shit was funny and to some degree it was true, I would imagine. Again, there's no absolutes here, but you're not gonna be saying that shit around my wife, daughter, mother, friend. Like, come on, man, relax. That shit.
Yeah, I don't really see myself doing a bunch of laughing. I don't know if I would have got instantly like hostile, but I probably would have said something direct about it. You know, but I don't think I would have got over the top about it, but I probably would have said something direct. Just because people don't even date the other cultures to even be having a comment about the women.
Well, I think that's also, I guess I kind of assume he already had that experience to speak from it. And I think the other guys, I don't know, the nature of the conversation seemed really comfortable to begin with. Like that was already a known thing. Mm-hmm. Like this is my first time seeing it. But like if they were sitting there talking for a couple hours having a cigar, I probably would have figured out by then that he's had a few black women and has an experience. I don't know, just the conversation seemed jocular enough to where they weeded out some formalities. Now, if they haven't, then yeah, that's back to being presumptuous. Don't take liberties.
But they cop plea at the end by saying we love all the women. So what, they didn't set a standard for him.
Again, I don't know what was said before. If this is a first time conversation, yeah. The presumptions were made. Liberties are being taken. But if a standard was set already,
look at these. You think they set a standard?
Yeah, it may potentially, sure, and maybe that standard maybe he didn't cross it, because we say some shit about white folks all the time.
Why did they apologize?
Huh?
Why did they apologize?
Because they pussy for one.
Who apologized?
The shits and giggles guys, the foreign dudes, the UK dudes. UK dudes apologize.
The black dudes?
No, yeah, the black dudes.
Why did they apologize? For what?
They apologize because they have a podcast, even though, like I said, American black women especially are not the major supporters of it, right? So to not be canceled, to avoid canceling, they apologized. Black women did not accept it in the first place. They all said it was fake and this and all these other things. They pussy. That's why they apologize, because they pussy.
Oh, they saving face. Then yeah. Oh, look at this.
Today's episode, quick PSA, quick acknowledgement. So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to black women. And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke. And we were laughing at it. And to give there's first of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. Like it is, yeah. Fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you, I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down,
Yeah.
I would smack homeboy in the face,
Yeah.
I would say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Yeah, bro,
literally
move
all
on is
you
the
wanna
fucking
do-
word, bro. All you want to do is fucking move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just
Yeah.
move on to the next thing.
There's
And
so
like we
many
had to say a
times.
few times, bro, just move on.
Just move
Just
on.
move
Literally,
on.
so many different topics. We were like, move on. And
Yeah.
it's not even like about pity laughs or anything, but we just wanted to
Get out of that situation.
Literally get out of that situation, keep the ball rolling. And we thought it was going to be more of like a bros chat, but it ended up being something that's
ended
not
up
meant to
being
be.
something that's like really, really hurt people that look to us for support and look to us to feel protected. And protected is the main thing that I wanted to discuss, is that it is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
And
What the?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Yo, what are they talking about? They're saying they were sitting there shook.
They're goofy, man. Goofy, goofballs. Yep. See, there you go.
They was sitting there shook and just wanted to move on. What they got gunpoint?
If they felt like that, then they should have said something. That's what I'm saying.
Right, before we get into today's episode, we hurt people that look and again, not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we fucked it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't
that
know
you don't
about.
know what's
Yeah,
going to happen.
yeah.
And once it's happened one time, you're like, fuck, all right.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally
That's literally it, bro.
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we
man.
fucked it, and we're sorry.
We
and
definitely do apologize.
it's for me.
They froze.
You know what that tells me? That they have very little investment in the race conversation altogether.
They
That it's
don't.
just not that serious for them. Because if it was
Like,
serious
it's one-
for them, they would have, I wouldn't say crashed out, but addressed it. Because things that are serious to you, you address.
But Aaron, they're saying that they just wanted to move on. So that doesn't tell me that they were apathetic at all. It just tells me that they were uncomfortable with what was being said and they thought it was wrong.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the claim.
not
That's the
not
claim that-
apathetic, just not as invested. If they were fully invested, like principal level investment, they would have said something.
Well, just based on what they're saying, I don't see I don't see apathy. I see meek.
That's what I'm saying. There's not apathy and investment are not that. There's two extremes, but there's a spectrum that they fall somewhere in the middle. I don't think they give a shit enough. Like if you said something about their mother, they're more invested in their own mothers. They're not going to let that fly, I would assume. Right? But they can still feel a way without being full tilt investment, like crash out ready.
So I guess my thing is though, they said it won't ever happen again.
That's PR talk.
I understood, but I'm going off of what he's saying. And so the benefit of the doubt is being given where this is not their shtick to be talking about race relations. However, the gentleman said that he won't ever let this happen again.
Yeah, so basically he's saying they're going to turn down interviews with anybody that's controversial or tell them beforehand that they won't be participating in anything race related. That's all that means.
I was going to say avoidance. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that's all that means. And again, like I said, regardless of what I don't. Everybody is like, this is a comedian, okay, who did have a relationship with a black woman at some point in time or whatever, so on and so forth, right? So it's a comedian that told jokes. It wasn't anything flagrant. It wasn't anything crazy. Again, it's just regular jokes. And I hate this sensitivity that niggas get when a white person does the same thing that a nigga does. How many white jokes have black people told, men and women, right? So the fact of the matter, he said something on it's called the Flagrant Podcast. He's a well-known fucking comedian. Whether you believe he's funny or not, dude makes fucking millions of dollars to be funny, okay? He has the official motherfucking comedian card, membership, whatever you want to call it, right? Another big thing too is I'm gonna show after this. So it's not just that. So everybody trying to make it seem like it's only this. It's not only this. These brothers had something that black women were already hot about that they said previous to this thing. So it's coupled with the clip I got and the Andrew Schultz shit. You feel me? So basically, you got two men that aren't highly attracted to black women. Like I said, they deal with both. We all know what that means. You said who you like more, and they didn't say black women unequivocally. That means, hey man, hey, we deal with them, but you know what we like, but you can't say that. And like Aaron said, because of PR, and you don't want to be the UK coons. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play the game. You gotta give this fucking apology and make it seem like you really care when you don't.
Yeah.
Because the crazy part about this, these niggas are across the water, bro. Black women, American black women were the maddest and had the most to say, and they don't fuck with them in any kind of way, bro, at all. So that's why I say they pussies were even issuing the apology, because that's not their demographic. They don't get any fucking support from them.
You know what travels across the Atlantic Ocean faster than any ship or plane? A like.
Okay. I understand it. I don't really agree with the sentiment about what black people do, white people should be able to do also. I don't know if that justifies anything.
No, I would say that there's limits to that. I'm not saying that as an absolute, but there are things that black people can do that white people should be able to do. For example, walk into a black-owned store. Right? So there are limits to that. It's not that, and I just think that this falls within the limit when appropriate. You know what I mean? Because, I've heard black people say some egregious shit about white folks in public, and it's, we let it fly. I don't see, like I said, I would say something if there were a black woman around. You're not going to get away with that in front of me with a black woman around. But if it's locker room talk, we're shooting the shit, and especially if I know you, all right. I thought it was funny. Because a black woman will tell you that they will go upside a motherfucker's head quicker than a white woman would. She just is essentially rewording the whole beard joke that he made. So there's got to be some truth to it. I thought it was funny, and if a black man told me that joke, I would laugh at it. So because he's white, I don't. It just doesn't cross any bounds for me as long as it's kept in private. To me, that's appropriate locker room talk. But don't you say that shit in front of no black woman, not in front of me.
You want to say something?
Oh no, yeah, man. Comedy is no, you can't apply that, bro. If you say that white people can't say certain things, you eliminate literally the greatest comedians of all time. You eliminate Eddie Murphy, you eliminate Dave Chappelle, you eliminate just everybody, bro. Again, the racial aspect of it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know what?
Yeah, but they tell white jokes. They tell plenty of jokes about white people.
Oh no, you're talking about comedian. I thought you were saying like the double standards that exist.
No. I'm strictly speaking to this matter, and again, that it's a comedian that told a joke. So that's why I say the whole premise of this to make it an excuse out of a comedian that tells jokes for a living, and he didn't say anything flagrant. He didn't say anything just outrageous. You know what I'm saying? It's just a knee-jerk reaction. And again, like I said, it's coupled with this because this can happen first. Let me play it.
Look at the Della Reese scene in Harlem Nights where she went out back with Eddie Murphy. Niggas think that's the most hilarious thing since, you know what I mean? Chinese checkers.
Yeah, and the white dude that left his family for Sunshine. That was a joke against white people there themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
You guys even hear my microphone?
Yeah. What?
Can you even hear my sound effects?
No.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Why? What happened? Wait, Fantastic froze.
He's trying to play his thing. Hold on a second.
No, Fantastic blink.
No, he's frozen. He's frozen.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second. Aaron, you can talk.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think, like I say, there's levels to shit. There's boundaries and standards. I just don't think that the way I saw that, those men in that setting, I don't think it was inappropriate. Now, Fantastic looks alive.
Yeah, I'm back. That was me. I thought it was y'all, but it was me. I don't know.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Was that you dropping French fries earlier?
No, I wasn't dropping no fucking French fries.
No,
that wasn't me. No. That was Hemp earlier, but is Hemp back or whatever?
Oh, well, we're looking at the okay, the sounds of, yeah. Jesus.
Ooh, thank God we ain't from here.
Hold on, pause. I think he's checking.
Test. Y'all can hear me?
It's good. Yeah. Sound effect. Do sound effects. All right.
Wow. Shit like that.
Yeah, your check is good.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for nothing. Go ahead.
We didn't know.
No. I've seen the least bodies so far.
Oh, thank God we ain't from here.
I'm a Texas girl. You ain't offending me none.
You see, they ain't say Houston.
We've still got a couple days. Maybe we'll find out. But yeah. I've seen like 2 or 3.
Hey, but what is y'all?
So listen, you got dudes that are in one of the black capitals. Hemp. These dudes, like I said, is their American tour from the UK. This is why I say we let black women get away with and let them overblow shit, because people that aren't doing this, they don't follow the fucking breadcrumbs that leads up to the main thing. This happened before that. Then directly motherfucking came behind it was the Andrew Schultz thing. They said that. No one provoked them. It was no whatever that the mixed dude said he didn't see no baddies in Atlanta. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And then you get the shit to where, you got the Andrew Schultz shit going on or whatever. So now, of course, American black women gonna be mad. So now we got to counsel these guys. They aren't protecting us. And it's simply because of their preference, bro. Again, you can't have no preference other than you know who.
Type though.
Bad is the type. Facts.
So what makes the girl bad?
It varies. It matters how you own it. There can be a skinny girl who wears the fuck out of being a skinny girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a thick thing who just owns the shit out of being a thick thing. It's bad is bad is bad.
That's a PR answer.
A PR answer.
They're all beautiful. If you have,
I'm not saying everyone's beautiful. I just told you Atlanta's clap. I never said.
To say Atlanta's clapped is wild.
What the fuck is clap?
That it's like pretty much like cooked for us, right? Or dead, or washed, or dubbed, right? I guess it's their version of a dub.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. For these dudes to say that, this is really where it started. You feel me? And then it turned into the other shit. Because it's, again, to say Atlanta, again, the home of the motherfucking the baddies. You know what I'm saying? The BBLs and the natural. Come on now, let's get out of here, man. What we doing?
So Atlanta don't got no chicks now?
That's what they said. That was unprovoked on a black women's podcast, bro.
So then why did they do this? This renders the apology what? Just PR?
Exactly. Yeah. That's all it is. We can see.
So
I saw that when you played it the first time.
So what do we do then? So what I'm saying is when I'm looking at the rooting thing, this cancel culture is alive and well, right? People are getting canceled for anything. Do we just simply render these niggas nerds and call it a day? Or do black people start to say, yo, they're only benefiting off us, but they don't care, and therefore we should boycott or some shit like that? But that also becomes a slippery slope as well. But I'm just wondering, how far do we take the rooting? How far do we invest in people that seemingly don't invest in us? Obviously, there's things we can't avoid, right? The grocery store is going to be the grocery store. But situations like this, do we move any differently? And if we don't, do we allow it? And therefore, do we root for each other? Are we supporting each other? Are we defending each other?
Not me. I mean, like when I see this type of content, like I think of what's this woman's name? She looks like a male giraffe. She had a talk. She was in radio.
Oh, Wendy Williams?
Yes. Correct.
God, that's crazy.
I mean,
the crazy part is exactly who he was talking about. And I thought out of the names, the faces that popped in my head when he said it, male giraffe. That's he just beat to it.
She looks like, yeah. I mean, she looks like she needs the things. But I just kind of dismiss them as like the kids' table. I don't really give a fuck one way or another. Like I have a thing where I get to dismissing shit. Like once I've marked it as something beneath me or the conversation or any level of having any consequence, I just, all right, that's the kids' table. What happens at the kids' table? Nobody gives a fuck. So I slot them over there. Because are they really shaking and making any waves? Like really? Or is it just vacuous humor over there in the corner? It's not impacting anything one way or another. You're going to have tabloid work. Let the tabloids be tabloids. You know, them niggas ain't shit. This is the first time I've seen any of this. I don't even know who these motherfuckers are.
Yeah, I just saw them this weekend.
There you go.
So they're insignificant. So therefore, we just say these niggas is cornballs and let it ride.
I mean, you really got no choice. That's what I'm saying. It's always like you have demographic, you have people that, you know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, right? And clearly, like I said, it's a whole different culture for them because they UK niggas. You feel me? So it's not really a concern or business of mine. And then too, like you know what I mean, what made it, and this is why I'm telling you, if you look at this is why American black women got mad and people are totally purposely jumping over this. I don't say purposely, people are ignorant to the fact that they're jumping over this because they first dissed them, slighted them, and said that in one of them, you know, the most popular fucking cities in America, they had no baddies there. You know what I'm saying? Referring to black women on a black woman's podcast. You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what do you think about Ryan Clark's take here? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Stepping Wolf with the 10 ounces. Salute to you, Miss Aaron. Fantastic. Oh, salute to you, Aaron. Fantastic. Salute, Step. Hope all is well, man. Aaron with the $5 says, black people complain about gratuity because they was going to leave $3 to $5. Skinny Boy with the $5 says, I agree. If she doesn't offer on the third date, she sprinkle. No reciprocation means you're saved in her phone as dinner, DeAndre. Reaper with the $2 says, fantastic. Their biggest base is actually black women. Wes M with the $5 says, I listened to the podcast. The whole podcast was funny. And when the conversation was about black women was an hour in. The British dude jokes his own white mom. Okay, not sure what that means. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So Ryan Clark is here. Does it show his? I don't think it showed. So if you guys don't know, this is the Pivot Podcast. Salute to them. This is Ryan Clark. He played in the league, if I'm not mistaken, 12 years. He played for the Washington first, then the Steelers. Did he go back to the Washington? I think after. I think he finished at the Saints. He's originally from Louisiana. He went to play ball at LSU. Made a Pro Bowl a couple times. Won a Super Bowl with the Steelers. He's a good player.
Podcasting and you do shows, and sometimes you can get yourself in position to where you do have to make a stand. Then you have to make a decision of how you're going to behave, whether it be on your show or somebody else's. James Duncan and Fahad Duwanu, who have a very popular podcast in the UK, and it does like relationships, they read tweets and about stories. They were sitting with Andrew Schultz, and they started talking about the black woman effect. And they were mostly talking about it like in the Travis Kelce case, right? The fade, the beard, stuff like that. And Andrew Schultz said it's a defense mechanism. And he said, you know, because you might get beat. And he also said that some of what they did was in protection because they were always complaining. And the other two, the two black men just sat and laughed. I think they've taken a lot of backlash for that. Obviously, Andrew Schultz had taken backlash for it. What are your thoughts on being in that sort of situation and how to handle it?
I would first say, I've dabbled in the comedic side of things, and
Do you want his take or you want Ryan Clark's take?
You hear them both, but Ryan Clark is the one that had the biggest thing. He put the cape on hard. Ryan Clark put the cape on, and basically went to this thing is why black women need to be. These are jokes, bro. So it is what it is.
The first thing is, when you think about the two podcasters from the UK, is we don't know if the black experience there is the same as the black experience for African Americans or black people that grew up in America. I'm sure to be on this media tour in the US and to sit with Andrew Schultz was a big thing for them. I don't care if it was a big thing. And in addressing Andrew Schultz, who I do think is funny, who sits with Charlemagne and has some of these discussions about the culture, I believe he got too comfortable. So I would like to explain some things to him. I want to explain to him the black experience, the black woman experience from my point of view. It was watching my mother start from a bank teller and work her way up for decades to run her own collateral department, only to be mistreated when the bank was sold to another bank, and be so sick on Sunday that I finally had to say, hey, Mom, you're old enough to retire. It was to see her go to that same job, 8 to 5, to be treated anyway that she had to be treated because she only had a high school diploma, and then find ways to not only feed me, but do homework with me and my brother, take us to practice because my dad worked 3 jobs. That was the first black woman experience that I had. Right. The second black woman experience I had is marrying a black woman and watching her sleep on my cot as doctors try to figure out why I'm 140 pounds and I'm a 30-year-old man who was 205 pounds a month before that. Her telling me months after that she would just go in the bathroom and cry every night in the hospital because she didn't want me to worry about her because I was so sick. Right. For her to hold my family together so I could be in the household with my children when I was doing things and I wasn't shit. That's the black woman experience. The black woman experience is black women caring so much about the nuclear black family, black women taking care of young black men to teach them how to be leaders, to teach them how to be strong, to teach them how to care about their God, about their family, and it's about their communities, and to raise their young black women to be independent enough to take care of themselves, but to understand how to support a family, how to support a man, while also understanding how to get it on your own. That's the black woman experience that I know. The reason that black women are tough is because when you're mistreated in the way that black women are, if you're not tough, you just die off, you don't survive. That's the black woman experience. And the other piece of it is too, is something that I've learned, and I learned it from black women, is people feel so comfortable disrespecting them because we don't respect them publicly, right? White people for so long have used the excuse, why can't I say the N-word when you say that to yourselves or call yourself that or use that in your music, which is bullshit, right? Or white people have said, if you're using the B word, or they say, if you're using the B word, why can't I call them that? That's bullshit as well, right? That's excuses to be certain things and be disrespectful when you shouldn't be. So when you're sitting across from Andrew Schultz and he's talking about an experience that he can't understand because his wife is not black, you don't have the right to talk about it. You don't have the right to speak on something that you don't know, right? And to make a joke about what the experience is one thing if you're talking about haircuts and you're talking about clothing and you're talking about beards, or you're comparing what our friend Travis Kelce looked like when he was with Kayla Nicole to what he looks like now that he's with Taylor Swift, right? That is part of it. You start to assimilate to the people around you. What you're not going to do, though, is be disrespectful and say you have to develop a defense mechanism because of alleged violence. Black women aren't violent. Black women don't just walk around to beat people or to be angry or to be treated a certain way. No, black women, to me, were the entire front line of the Alton Sterling protests when he died, when he was killed by cops in Louisiana. Black women are on the front lines of everything that's about us. Black women understood that they had to take a back seat because as we were fighting for rights in our country, that we as men were going to be able to get through the door before they were. So they decided to push us forward and give us ideas and give us help and give us support and be our biggest cheerleaders, because they knew we'll have an opportunity to get in the door first. The problem is, so many times now we're getting in those doors and we aren't reaching back and bringing them through that same door with us. And this is just another example of that. So whoever is Andrew Schultz's black friend, Charlemagne, you're his black friend, sit him down, talk to him, tell him what the black woman experience truly is, because he ain't married to one, and he's obviously never been around enough of them to know how strong, how beautiful, how independent they could be while also being supportive, how much black women have done to create this entire world that we all live in and the way that they've poured in it. I'd rather be upset, but I know if I'm upset and I'm loud, that just plays into the same angry black woman trope to the black man trope that he wants us to depict. And I refuse to give him that joy.
So the brother in the baseball cap is the football player, right?
Yeah, all three play football.
Yeah, all of them are baseball players. I mean, basketball players. I mean, football players. Goddamn.
Channing, he played for Miami. Fred Taylor played for the Jaguars and a little bit for the Patriots. And then Ryan Clark, the one that was talking last, played for Washington and the Steelers. I feel like he went somewhere else, but I can't remember.
It was a linebacker,
Channing,
safety, and my bad, go ahead.
Well, yeah, the light skin guy, Channing Crowder, he played linebacker.
Yeah, and then
second round pick.
Clark was either a safety or
safety.
Yeah, and then of course
undrafted.
Fred Taylor was a running back. So yeah. The greatest running back of Jaguars.
Fred Taylor is fucking top 5 to me. Like Fred Taylor was amazing. Fuck nobody said. Fred Taylor was fucking awesome. I never seen that nigga not get 4 yards ever. Not never. So, but that's a totally different type of. So yeah, they all play football though.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So listen, the whole thing with this again, bro. For him to give this whole soliloquy and pretty much ode to black women, brother. First off, you don't know what you're talking about. How are you going to talk about there being the harbingers of family and all this shit again when they have the most support? Okay. Are you going to talk about them raising their sons to be these great men and so on and so forth when you have the worst results of black men and you complain about the same black men you raised? And then when it comes to the girls complain about the mothers and what they're doing and how they got to do all these different things and compete with them and they don't care about them and they treat them like shit. So again, bro, like I said, he's out here running a unnecessary, untruthful campaign over a joke. And he purposely made the standard. So if you're going to make the standard being married to a black woman, most people don't have the experience with a black woman. He purposely did that. So like I said, if you understand what people are doing in order to corner an argument or to try and make their point, be the better one. Now he wants to make, being married to a black woman the standard. No, bro. If a man has dealt with black women and women of different races and so on and so forth, his experience is experience. He has experience. Just like your black wife isn't going to be the total experience of everybody, be they black, white, Asian, or whatever. So this is what I'm saying. That's where he did this. He did the opposite of virtue signaling, I guess, trying to grasp a new fan base, because again, black women don't watch them at all. Like I said, it's 3 football players, bro. 3 retired football players that black women don't even get. And then, it's crazy. I'll take it back. Remember, they went viral and they caught a little bit of flack, but not as much as what's the gymnast? The gymnast in the
for first saying that when he said he was the prize, Brian Clark backed him up on it.
Yeah, exactly. So they caught flack for that against black women because who the fuck is he? And she's an Olympian and she's this. And then, they even stayed on her, man. Gotta say her name. What's her name? I can't think. Simone Biles. Simone Biles. Yeah. So Simone Biles got to the point of where she had to tell black women, shut the fuck up and leave us alone, because she fucking loves her husband, because she let her husband wear a gold medal. Black women are the worst people to listen to on any motherfucking like social issue. They're the most sensitive. They're the most fucking just inconsistent. They talk shit to everybody. And then as soon as you know some shit come up or whatever, now they're victims and everybody needs to protect them. No, get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So you think this is a recovery from the Simone Biles incident?
Yeah, if you really think about it, because
that was damn near 6 months ago.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. So listen what I'm saying, right? So for you to make up for this and you get brownie points or so on and so forth for that shit or whatever, where you saw the whatever, which that was a joke, right? Or you consider that. Now here, that's not your audience, but you got a white knight or you black knight, I guess, to stand up for black women and be the person protecting all black women. You know what I'm saying? That's going to boost you up in points in something. Or at least wash away that thing, which again, they didn't get hit directly. It was like indirectly, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but it boosts you up more than it fucking takes you down. That's why I was just so wild. Because like, bro, what it has nothing to do with you.
What you think, Aaron?
I think the guy victimizes black. I think he takes the sail out of the wind out of black women's sails with his monologue. The black woman's experience, or the black woman experience, is not what he saw in his mother. I mean, it's unfortunate that she had to endure those circumstances, but do we not think that there aren't black women out here that can make the kind of decisions to keep themselves from being in circumstances like that, that they can't elevate themselves to certain heights and do great things? Are all black women in a woe is me situation? No, that's not the case. And we can't sit here and paint the narrative that all these black women are running here around like Florida Evans or worse, when it simply isn't the case. There's some black women that are dope out here in dope situations on their own damn steam. And there's some unfortunate black women, and some black women in unfortunate cases as well. But that doesn't speak to the entire experience. And if you think a black woman you think that ad infinitum black women are meek enough to you're not going to come across an example that won't go upside your shit. There are some women that won't lay a hand on a fly. There's some women that will knock your ass out or attempt to.
You think the majority of black women are built like that, where they'll hit you?
If pushed, yes. Majority of black women will exact violence if pushed to a place where violence is appropriate.
Okay. You're saying black women specifically?
Yeah.
So they're more violent than white women or Asian women?
I said they'll be more. They are more likely to be pushed to exact violence when it's appropriate.
They're more likely to be pushed?
No. They are more likely to resort to violence if pushed to a place where violence is appropriate.
More likely than white women, Asian women, yes. Latino women?
They will turn around and go and get the man. The woman, when pushed to a place where, when you get a black woman to a place where violence is appropriate, where we can all agree somebody needs to be getting fucked up, a black woman will go ahead and execute that plan. Or attempt to. More readily than I think most other women. I don't see black women backing down from egregious actions being taken against her. I think she's going to jump up. No, really? You think it's sweet? And then she's going to have at it, whether she wins or loses.
Do you think that the percentage of women that Ryan Clark was giving his take about, do you think a larger percentage of women in that dynamic, you think more black women are in that dynamic than women of other cultures? The dynamic he was trying to portray.
Hell no.
Here in the West or globally?
United States, black women. So in terms of, he said, being tough, working hard,
Next to
in
Hispanic women.
downtrodden. Go ahead.
Next to Hispanic women.
But who has more?
I think Hispanic women are at the bottom of that totem pole. And I think black women are next.
So hold on, are you talking about the disparity aspect of it, or
Yeah. So the women that he was articulating, right? The picture he was painting. What demographic of women, which nationality of woman is more likely to be in that portrait he was painting?
The victimhood part of it, like you said, the victim part.
All of it.
Well, no. So that's what I'm saying. So it's juxtaposition, right? So again, if you're talking the victimhood part of it, so on and so forth, I would agree with you. Yeah, black women, or like Aaron said, Hispanics would be possibly a tie or close second or whatever. So I would agree with that point of it, right?
That's the mix. Yeah.
But the other part of it, no. The most of the positive shit, no. He's likening something that's just a thing of the past. Ryan Clark he's what, 48, I think, right? Or 44. No, I'm sorry. He's only 4 years old. So Ryan Clark is 44, meaning he was a 70s baby, meaning his mother, you know what I'm saying? So he grew up with a certain level of woman from that generation.
Mm-hmm.
He's now trying to attribute and transfer that from 40 plus years ago to the women of now, and it just does not fit.
No, I got you. So I just want to assess this understanding. When we use the 70% stat, how long has it been majority of us born out of wedlock?
Majority?
Well, 70% now.
Definitely 90s. Maybe early, but without it, maybe earlier, possibly 80s, but definitely 90s. I know for sure 90s.
Do you attribute any of the progress of black men to, because that fact is still consistent, but we're doing better, black men, or is that because
in spite of, not because of? So you that's what I'm saying, right? So that's the common thing that get black women get credit for: the LeBron Jameses, the Shaquille O'Neals, Shaq had a dad, but LeBron Jameses, and the single mother products that turn out to be phenomenal, great, or whatever. Their mom didn't help them. They actually had men in their lives that stepped in to, pretty much cover up either the deficit or the destruction that the mother was doing. People won't talk about that. And because, the black boy is trained that, his mom is a goddess and it's not her fault and she's a victim of circumstances, he's never going to come out and air out and talk about all the shit in detail. You have to get that from other people. Again, most people don't understand that LeBron James could have possibly never been LeBron James because his mom was too busy strung out on drugs and doing other thefts and things at the point where he wasn't even going to school enough.
Mm-hmm.
The reason he became who he was because he had a coach and somebody that understood and saw the potential in him. They took him in and gave him, made it possible. But yet still that we never hear about that person. They don't get praise. We just know about Gloria, right? Every Mother's Day and her birthday, LeBron, and again, this is his mom. Trust and believe, it's his mom. I understand it, but I'm just saying the problem and the issue behind it, the deification and black women never being held accountable for, like you said, the poor decisions they make and the even worse positions they put their children in.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what about the coach Hamps, right? That help these boys of single mothers reach greatness. My position is this. Never mind accountability. The reason why everything he said was disingenuous to me is because it's simply not the black woman experience. He just found something that he can use to tug on your heartstrings about the black woman experience at the time. Because if someone came in here and said black women are all broke, they're all project queens, blah, 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 the first thing he would have said was, no, because we got women out here like Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey and all these winning women and all, you know what I mean? Like, so get the fuck out of here. Are they victims or are they winning in the game? When in fact, the reality is both. But don't try to tug on one thing just to sell a narrative because you don't agree with a joke somebody told. Get real.
Well,
you tell the right joke, it's gonna go and all the black women are winning.
No, I'm just trying to understand it because I know you mentioned that you would take exception in the room if your wife and daughter were there to that joke.
What's that?
I'm just trying to understand it because you said you would take exception to same said joke if your wife and daughter were there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so that's justified, but him speaking up for his mom in the same breath is misplaced?
I don't know that here's the thing. I don't know that someone was in the room that would make that inappropriate. I mean, the fact that it's on the internet is what it is. You can't change that.
Okay.
But what he's trying to do is invalidate what the guy's saying. What I would have done was not here, not now.
Well, actually, Ham, you share my screen. Like I said, black men suffer the highest levels of domestic violence, just like black women do, but it never gets talked about. Why? Because the women are always the victims. So what Andrew Schultz said, statistically, okay, is accurate. Black women are the highest perpetrators of domestic violence in straight or same-sex relationships, to add, okay? So again, the lies and the protection that Ryan Clark is talking about, right, just further proves the point of where he's trying to attribute things of the past that just don't fit now. And it had nothing to do with him. Again, these are jokes being told by a comedian. Are we gonna fucking they tried the same thing. You can't protect Dave Chappelle for what he said about the Decepticons, right? And be like, hey man, we need freedom. Comedy is comedy. You can't, no freedom of speech, and comedy is supposed to be the ultimate form of freedom of speech. Now Andrew Schultz tells a simple joke about black that's fitting, that's actually accurate. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't, doing it maliciously as a joke. And now it's this big thing where Ryan Clark has to do a fucking whole black woman ode and soliloquy that to build black women up that just don't fit.
I'm all about when it's appropriate. His pushback wasn't when it's appropriate. It was that it was said in the beginning to begin with. My thing is, when is it appropriate? Because the whole reason for me even checking him isn't based on the black woman's experience. It's about an individual black woman's perception of herself.
It just irks me about the fake Jews. When they come out here, right? You can't say nothing about them ever. Nothing. Not about their noses or anything. Not about money, not about anything that you would question in terms of history. And they make sure to come and get you. We say small hats on the internet all the goddamn time. Like we can't say Jew on the internet. It just weird. It just it's just weird. It's just weird to me. I see this a little bit. Let me know what you guys think about this. When you see certain people that are close to black people, they tend to take liberties. Does that matter at all?
Sure.
Yeah, of course. Like you know what I'm saying, the whole thing of where white boys think they can say nigga, right? But for that part, I blame the newer generations. Like you said, bro, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? A white boy saying nigga in front of me, no, bro, it's gonna be an issue, a problem. I'm gonna say something. If it has to escalate beyond that, hey, I'm prepared. But the problem is, like I said, in my experience, I'm checking it, and he's saying it because he's been given the fucking pass by the little niggas he's hanging with, and it's
let me say this: when you use the word nigga, right? When I use it very specifically, and I emphasize it. I'm talking about a very specific type of person. I don't think white people should be using the word niggas. I also don't think black people should be using the word niggas. I'll call a white person out for using the word nigga, and I won't call a black person out for using the word nigga. However, I think black people that use the word niggas call out white people for using the word niggas. I think they're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Because I don't use the word nigga like just recreationally or just, you know what I mean, like casually. I'm just black people, and if I'm talking about niggas specifically, that's like I'm talking about snakes or dogs or giraffes or elephants or spiders. There's a very specific thing I'm referring to. But if you just, oh, my nigga this and that and the other, and then the white person comes up and says, my nigga, and you check him, all right, knock yourself out. I mean, he's not going to say that to me either, but you a hypocrite. Believe that shit.
Well, I'm a hypocrite then, because the white boy ain't saying no nigga around me. You ain't gonna say nothing.
Man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Yeah, all things aren't created equal. Unfortunately, I'm not at the place where you could get away with it. Let me see. I think I read this one. Yeah. Dre with it to us. Majority or minority Ryan Clark. What do you mean? What do you mean, Dre?
Yeah, what? He's asking for. He's talking about Ryan Clark saying the majority or minority of black women is what the attributes he's talking about.
Oh yeah, he probably never watched This Might Be Risky yet. Aaron with the $2 says brownie point shit is real. We see it here on This Might Be Risky. Unpopular truth with the $5 says that's exactly what he doing, Mr. Fantastic. Trying to get the women fan base. The women fall for it every time, just running game. Damn, that's actually interesting. I know you were saying it too. It was like 4 people who asked for what the podcast was called. Bet life was popping. But the 20 ball said, what's up, fellas? Ryan Clark is full of shit. He literally said he had his dad in his life and his pops was working majority of the time. Fuck out of here. He said that today too. He said that on that clip too. Aaron with the $2 says only South Park can make fun of Jews and everyone.
Shit like that.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I'm gonna drop the link in just a second. There's another part, right? As we walk through rooting for everybody black. When is it time to stand up? When should we let things slide? Is it because it's comedy is funny and therefore you laugh it off? Can you highlight anecdotally the women in your life that were impressive, or is it called pandering?
You said impressive or oppressive?
Impressive.
No, I think, listen, the people, individual people deserve their flowers. If she's a phenomenal person and so on and so forth, cool, fine, but it's fitting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't use a phenomenal person or an exception to the rule as the standard, right? And even more so, like you're saying now, we're talking about things that are just outdated. Even to talk about, you know what I'm saying, your mom, you know, cooking and cleaning and doing all that shit, when you literally have, you know, a substantial amount, you can't really tell if it's majority or minority or whatever, but I will just say a loud minority for the sake of this, right? Stating that they not doing that for no man. They're not doing no cooking, no cleaning, even after being married, because it's like slavery. So that's what I'm saying, man. If you're going to attribute to the, you know, of course, pay homage to and give the respects to a deserving person. But when you attribute it to the, you know what I'm saying, everybody else, I think that's where you lose footing.
Okay. One more example I have, man. Again, this is kind of rooted in the cancel culture. Who black, who ain't, rooting for everybody black. When do we support? When do we question? When do we demonize people for not supporting? We see a lot of this happening now. We saw a little bit of it happening previously under, you know, with the President Obama went under his campaign. Like, simply, if you did not vote for President Obama, you was a coon. Am I off on that? So now we're looking at this part here, and I'm gonna drop the link in a second. This is Chick Smooth. Salute to Chick Smooth. I'll put the link in the description. DL Hughley attacks Janet Jackson and violates her for claiming Kamala Harris was or is not black. The reason why I picked the Chick Smooth clip, because he kind of goes through the entire sequence. The Chingy thing is also mentioned here as well. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Chicks.
Get ready.
You know what to do, Chicks.
Listen, Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
DL Hughley is on timing. Now, with election day coming up in about 43 days, things are getting pretty tense right now. Obviously, you have Trump on the Republican side, Kamala Harris for the Democrats. Depending on which narrative you decide to spew, which political party you decide to align yourself with, you just might find yourself in some hot water. Chingy was actually bullied out of performing at a Republican event. If you guys missed that that story, please make sure you go follow my Instagram page at ChickSmooth. Chingy was actually booked to perform at this RNC event. The hip-hop community started calling him out, basically bullying him, and Chingy ended up dropping out of the event. Somebody actually called him out in the comments saying, damn, you a Trump supporter now? Chingy says, no, correction, I'm a Chingy supporter. My job is performing, not politics. Now, Chingy, come on, dog. You could just tell us, yo, they gave me a large amount of money right there, and I couldn't turn it down. Now, over the weekend, Janet Jackson actually spoke on Kamala Harris. When she was asked about America possibly being on the verge of voting in its first black female president, Kamala Harris, Janet Jackson said, well, you know what they supposedly said, right? She's not black. That's what I heard. She's Indian. Her father's white. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. I was told they discovered her father was white. Now, Kamala Harris's race and family background has been a huge talking point for Donald Trump and other Republicans.
Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a Black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was Black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn Black, and now she wants to be known as Black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she Black?
She is always
But you know
identified
what?
as a Black woman.
I
She went to a
respect
historically
either
Black
one.
college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a Black person.
Just to be clear.
Now, D.L. Hughley was not having it. He said Janet Jackson's interview sounded like a Trump rally. For your information, it's a little ironic to question whether someone is Black while you're breathing through the nose of a white woman. God damn. Kamala Harris looks the way she does because she has a mom from India and a dad from Jamaica. Janet Jackson looks the way she does because she has a plastic surgeon. Oh my gosh. All I know is Kamala looks like she did when she was in Oakland, but Janet don't look like she did when she was Penny. What the hell was in that iron? Now, after getting so much backlash from the fans, Janet and her team actually put out this apology. She deeply respects Vice President Kamala Harris and her accomplishments as a Black and Indian woman. Janet apologizes for any confusion caused and acknowledges the importance of accurate representation in public discourse. We appreciate the opportunity to address this and will remain committed to promoting unity. Now, two things can be wrong here.
So, what y'all think about what he had to say in regards to Janet saying, I don't think she's Black because of what she said previously?
Again, he's a comedian, so he has his right? That's what he's done his whole life. So he's a comedian that told jokes, but then everybody joked his ass back. And that's the wonderful thing about this comedy shit or whatnot, what have you. You have to be able to motherfucking give it and take it. So D.L. Hughley talking about all this stuff and, you know, going in on Janet, but about looks of all things. Like I would say for Black women, famous Black women, Janet has to be top 5 all time, even before any of the work. You feel me? So again, I think he learned a valuable lesson as to where you have a person that we literally grew up on, even him, right? And now because of politics, you're going to throw her under the bus because she had an opinion. You feel me? You're going to use your comedic sense to go after her. So cool, fine. So that's what I'm saying, right? So if you you can't have a problem with Andrew Schultz, you know what I'm saying, telling the jokes and so on and so forth, right? And then D.L. Hughley turns around and does the same thing to Janet Jackson. So it's the same premise, just, you know, on different sides.
Okay. Aaron?
I mean,
Aaron?
A kids table. All that shit belong at the kids table to me.
Yeah, I get it, but what you think?
Fuck Kamala. No, because like, and I don't know that. All right, and the hell with D.L. Hughley too, because I don't know that Janet Jackson needs to apologize for what. Now, Janet Jackson did make a decision to make her nose look like that, and it looks like a white woman's nose. But D.L. Hughley, you should have been talking that shit. You using that now to attack her because she said something you don't like about your Kamala Harris. But that's fine. Like I said, kids table. All these things can be true. Her nose looks like a white woman's nose, and she decided to put it there like that. True. D.L. Hughley spoke a truth there. Okay. Kamala Harris, we still don't know what the hell she is other than Indian. True. And I think Janet Jackson should not have apologized. She should have it's in question to me anyway. True.
Certainly, you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
She was always of Indian heritage.
Okay, so what we're gonna cook today, is an Indian recipe. Yes, because you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay.
She was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
Wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian, but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people
You
we're
do.
related already, so this is perfect. It's basically true. Be clear.
And she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't.
So the black man unfiltered, he just sent me that video. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. What's good, fellas? What's popping?
Going on?
So
my mic working?
It's good. The reason why I mostly I wanted to look at that just to say, like, you know, where do we stand on this shit? You know, is D.L. Hughley standing on code because he knows Kamala is running for presidential election and he's saying she black, or is this when rooting for everybody black comes to a head? Somebody got a background noise. Enos, it might be you. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me read this real quick. Dre with the 2001 drop rule. Hamp, she is black. I don't follow that rule whatsoever. Almanaz with the $5 says Janet's publicist put that apology out and Janet fired him because he stands on what she said. Kamala isn't black. Jamaican is a place, not a race. Aaron with the $2 she did not apologize. It was her PR and he was fired. Aaron with the $2 says, oh, I read this one. All right, Bub, you was been the back first. What's popping, man?
Good panel. How y'all feeling?
What's goody?
What up, man?
Yo, the show was going good, man. I've been listening since the beginning when y'all was talking about, black businesses and so on and so forth. So I wanted to come on and, say my piece, And also, I am one of those that I root for everything black, just to throw that out there. Now, when it comes to politics, though, I don't speak politics with nobody. Never have, never will. I'm an independent. I just leave it at that. Because I ain't going to let my political views, have me and you at war, and we've been friends for 30 plus years because of our political views. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather not. Whoever I'm voting for, I keep that to myself. And that's just that.
No, I 100% agree, and that is the position I take as well, my friend. It's the best way to approach that. I like it.
No, I ain't take
Just gonna do a mic check. Can you guys hear me at all? My thing sounds like crap.
No, you just got an echo. You good though? It's like you're picking up on your phone or whatever, but it's decent.
You audible here.
Your camera looking crazy though.
I can't hear anybody. It's just static, man.
So, Bub, what did you?
Yeah.
You done?
Nah, I ain't want to keep yapping if you wasn't on. You know what I'm saying? So
No, I don't know why Aaron and Ms. Vintage just sitting there. So, what was your big? Did you have any question, comment, or smoke for anything that we said thus far?
Oh no, I ain't had no smoke for y'all. When it came to when you guys were talking about the black business and shit like that, and people shitting on black business owners so on and so forth. I'm not one of those, yo. Like if I go to like a black business and they fuck up like 1 or 2 times, I'm not one of those black people that's gonna be like, I ain't fucking with this place no more. They fucked up 2 of my orders. Because I don't do that to the Caucasian establishments. I don't do that to the Hispanic establishments. You know what I'm saying? If I go get some chicken and rice and my rice is burnt one time, I ain't gonna turn my back on that establishment and start tarnishing their name.
Burnt rice.
Off of, a few cases.
Okay.
So I feel like us as black people, we got to stop doing that shit to one another, man.
What do you think about Ryan Clark sticking up for black women in terms of what Schultz said?
Well, he went on a fucking tangent, but at the end of the day, I do feel that Andrew Schultz, he was just joking around, but I do feel like them cats was corny. They were suckers. They should have just kept it a buck. If that's how you really feel, you know what I'm saying? You should have stood on that. What you apologizing for? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm from the era where what goes on in this house stays in this house. Mm-hmm. So if that's the way we really feel about something, like tuck that shit. Don't make it public. You can keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta jump out the window all the goddamn time to be on somebody's platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could be talking about something with my wife right now, but I ain't gonna jump out the window, and make the shit sound crazy towards our race. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just out. Like, cause the others, they don't do that to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Word.
I want to get Enos' take because he's from the UK, so he can provide a little bit more insight in terms of how they move around there. I mean, he's a little bit older than those guys, but it's still an opinion that's much more tangible than we are to those people. Okay. So what would you have done in that instance?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, you know my character. It wouldn't even have come to that. Honestly, to tell you the truth,
you're not gonna be able to stop him. Like you wouldn't know what he's about to say.
Nah, but like at the end of the day, in engaging in a conversation like that, I would have been like, "Yo, homie, you wildin'. Like, knock the fuck off." You know what I'm saying? I do understand that I'm on your platform, but at the end of the day, you're talking about my people. Knock it the fuck off. Simple.
Now, what if they would have told you pandering?
I'm pandering. How am I pandering at that point? You know my character. That's why you invited me on the show. So you can't say I'm pandering because if I'm coming, I'm gonna keep it a buck regardless.
What if they tell you caping though? You caping?
How though? How? Wait, you invited me up here.
I'm just looking at the words that would be.
Now I got a black wife, so you expect me to just sit up here and laugh and kiki and ha ha with your ass? No, I ain't gonna do that. If you corny, I'm gonna say, yo, you corny on your own platform.
Yeah, that shit. Damn, man, what you think, Scam? What's popping, man?
Going back to the thing y'all was talking about tipping and service and business. I lived in Houston. It was a damn shame when they came up with the automatic 18%. I won't say the name of the restaurant. There's some restaurants on the Richmond Strip that don't have it. And people tip. I didn't know black people tipped as good as they did until I moved to Houston. When you serve people, they pay. Women and men. So they say they blame it on the women. No, they tip. Make them smile. They'll come out that purse. They spend that money. Men, same thing. The 18% tipping thing, automatic. I go to this other place. They ain't got enough waitresses. They ain't got enough food. And it's football. This 3-hour games. Then watching the second round. And we ain't got no food. Then we find out this waitress that gave 50 wings to the people next to us. They only been there 7 minutes. We've been there 30, 40 minutes. They can start doing stuff like that because they're getting tipped under the table, or they can play buddies because they're getting the same money. So they can either start selling for extra money, start gouging for the food, or start giving service to whoever because we get the same thing. It's a bad idea. And we stopped going to that place, started going somewhere else. Tips, what they call it, to improve service, to improve performance. It's true. But the other thing I was gonna say, the Ryan Clark thing, think he went overboard with what he said, but he's actually expressing a point. He was talking about his experience. If he's not having horrible experiences with black women, what's wrong with him saying, hey, this is who my mom, my sister, my cousin are? Me personally, I haven't been stabbed, shanked, and stabbed and ganked by a bunch of black women, so that's not what I'm going to say. Now, from trolling, I got some dust. I'm going to talk about them being black pignosses and wigosauruses, but it's a joke. Just like I roast the fat dudes, too. I roast my damn self. But it's clearly established what's a joke and what's real. But is it so bad that you can't say one thing about positive about your own experience with black women, his own mom? He can't do that without it being, what about the men, the father, the dad? It was black woman experience. What about your dad? He ain't a black woman. How bad, like how serious, how far gone is it into this? Where every example for a woman got to be a pignoceros or a wigosaurus with 8 kids, or all them other talking points. And then the dude got a suit and tie on working 80 hours in the post office. They ain't all black women, they ain't all black men. And honestly, women are a reflection of men. That's all I got. And Kamala Harris and what's his name? Trump and the black. The code, just stay on code. Code is convenience. You know, some of y'all favorite celebrities, you don't know, but they Dominican, they're part Cuban, part Jamaican. You don't know. Y'all don't know what I am. You don't. But then when you don't like it, oh, he ain't black enough. Barack is just as mixed as Kamala was, but somehow she ain't black enough because of black. It's a joke. I ain't seen no codes. I don't know. It's convenience. That's all I got.
Okay, cool. So first off, again, I don't know if you missed what we were saying. There's no problem with him praising his mom, you know, and his wife, you know, those women that are close to him. The problem is him promoting it like it's the standard. That's what y'all fucking fail to realize. And I hate when y'all do this shit and you're either not intelligent enough or purposely being obtuse to the point of where he's attributing these factors to modern day black women today. And he's trying to say, my experience is like all other men's experience. That's the purpose of him saying it. Now, if he's just going to praise his mother and then give the reality of it, okay, talk about the negatives and the positives, but he's literally going against the things that the issues and problems black women create for the black community to build them up. And now there's some shit they use. Well, Ryan Clark said we were this and said we were that and we're this and we're that. The same thing y'all say, but that. So it's funny to me. Y'all can understand. Well, you should have discipline. You shouldn't have sex with these women because you have sex with them. You give them verification. You gratify them. You know what I'm saying. You tell them all these wonderful things. Okay, so damn. So giving us some dick is just this thing into where she believes she's the best thing in the world, but actually tell them shit that's lies doesn't do the same thing. It did in a greater scale because at least the woman that you putting dick in that's one woman. You know what I'm saying? That's one woman that may feel gratified or so on and so forth and verified and all this other shit. But when you have a man that has a podcast, okay, with millions of viewers that doesn't even have a black woman base whatsoever, come out here and then now make every black woman his mother, that's where the problem lies.
Did he try to set a standard or did he? Okay. Black woman experience, and as was projected, implied, this is who black women are. He goes and says, hey, this is not my experience. Now, I agree he went a little overboard. But can a person actually say something positive about a black woman? Or is there a code that I haven't seen where everything has to be about the wignoceroses?
No, we literally said that. Ham, before you guys brought up, we literally said we have no problem. I said I have no issue and no problem. If your mother's great, your wife is great, your daughter's great, your sister's great. If you have a great black woman that's in your life, by all means, give her all the platitudes, give her all the congratulations, give her all the praise. The problem happens when, and this is what always happens, no one acknowledges it, is that you only talk about that and then you place all the goodness on all black women. But as soon as we start talking about the pignoceros and the whatever you call them, wigosauruses, right? Now you want to automatically do the negative. You know what I'm saying? So if you say one negative thing about us and be specific, again, right? You be specific about it. Now it's all, but it's never all when it's the, you know what I'm saying? When it's the positive, when it's clearly pandering going on.
So how do you balance it out and make it justified to look something like what reality is? There's good women over here, bad ones there. There's neutral, there's fat, there's skinny. There's a whole bunch of them. Same thing with men.
You're applying
bloated, small Pigosaurus men. They're the ones taking the women into the buffet. Actually, it's a lot of skinny ones doing it too. There's a bunch of noodleback men. Then you got some strong, whatever, all them other on the purpose, 8-figure men. I mean, but when it's imbalanced, how do you balance it out by just saying, hey, you know, this was going on over here?
Again, that's the problem. Again, if it's properly applied, I don't have an issue or problem with it. You know what I'm saying? We're talking if you're giving a commencement speech at a graduation or something, of course, man, we're not gonna talk about the abortions and the domestic violence and all these different things. Hey, you're you know, a black woman, like what they still got that college, or I think it went under. What was Spelman or whatever? The all Clark or the Clark? No, either or.
Spelman. All
huh?
girls.
Yeah.
Spelman's girls, Morehouse is boys. Moore's Brown went up.
Right. So yeah, so like Spelman, if you're at a Spelman commencement speech, these are black women that are accomplishing something great. They have a, you know, college degree. They're about to move on to their careers and hopefully make changes and be positive. By all means, great. Of course. No, that's where it fits. But again, if you're addressing something that, you know what I'm saying, jokes told by a comedian is a current social issue or whatever, yeah, that's a bad time of using it, bro. It's bad application.
But yo, Mr.
No,
Fantastic,
that's really fair. I'm just trying to balance it out. And
black people, we don't like joking around all the time.
Say again?
You know what I'm saying? Black people don't like joking around all the time. Like we don't. Come on now, we don't want to be doing all that playing and shit all the time.
But what?
I do.
Yo, black people don't like playing all the time. Yeah, it was a joke. It was funny, but yo, like you just said, it's a time and place for everything. We don't like playing all the fucking time.
Okay, but
you ever go to your job and there's this one cat that's just always playing and you like, yo, you gotta tell him a few times, yo, chill out. I don't feel like playing today. But this motherfucker a prankster. One day you're gonna end up putting your hands on him.
Yeah, but and you saying that now just real quick. So yeah, no, but who are the funniest people on the fucking planet?
Us.
Right. So what are you talking about? How you gonna not play? I feel you.
When it comes to black and white, we don't like fucking playing with white people all the time.
But still, that's
all right. Let me just fix that,
bro. Wait, brother. Anybody can get these jokes? White, black, Asian.
No, Fantastic. You're not listening.
Black people like playing with
black people and white people in the room, in one room at the same time. We don't fucking like playing all the fucking time.
Yes, we do.
All of us don't like doing that fucking sucking and jiving. That's what I'm saying. Don't be fucking sucking and jiving with me all the time. Knock it the fuck off. I'm not the one. We don't like niggas.
No, I'm with you on that because white boys believe. I told y'all I didn't. Well, maybe I didn't tell this story on hemp shit. I didn't know what the fuck teabagging was till I got in the Navy. Never heard of it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like I said, white people's humor is not our humor.
That's my point exactly.
We're just strictly jokes and things and so on and so forth. I think it's balanced there, bro. As long as nobody's saying anything too racial or whatever, I can joke with any group of people you put me with. You know what I'm saying?
We do, but we don't though. Like we don't. Like you gotta keep it a buck.
Yeah, bro, hold on.
I'm talking about
getting comfortable. Huh? And every time you show up, they want to make a black. Like, nah, I laughed last year. I ain't gonna be laughing this year.
Black people like joking all the time as long as it's on their terms. That's the problem.
Thank you, Aaron.
If a black person told a joke, was joking around white people, and the white people said, "Man, that offends me," the first thing out of our mouth was, "Stop being soft." Come on, man. Don't cap, man. We joke when we want to joke. And we joke a lot. But black people joke too much for me. I think we're way too informal. I don't think black people are funny, especially niggas. Black people joke too much. It's why we are where we are. We don't take shit serious. We like entertainment too much. Yeah. We dance, shuck and jive too much. We just want it on our own terms. We don't like the spotlight put on us. But the moment we put the spotlight on somebody else and they have a problem, we tell them to lighten up. It's just a joke. Don't be soft. Come on, that's cat. I'm muting.
Hey, Aaron, you are correct, but there's still a balance. Entertainment has a lot of value.
Y'all be joking around. Let me go ahead and address that shit directly.
Go ahead.
I don't know what earth y'all out here living in, joking around with white folks, but generally I'm cordial. I get what I got to get done, and I go home. I ain't doing a bunch of keying and ha because I don't know where they coming from. So I just err on the side of respect.
Yeah, but you don't work with them either, Hemp. You don't work with them. You're an entrepreneur. So
I
you
have
don't.
clients.
Yeah, but you still know that's not the same. It's not the same. It's
white people
40 hours a week with a you know what I'm saying, a person of a different race, culture, background, all these different things. It's totally different, bro. That's what I'm saying. So you can't use your experience and your thing, because again, you know what I'm saying, the way your life goes, you don't have to. You're not forced to.
Okay.
So I agree with Bub. Listen, I agree with you, bro. I don't play the game, and a lot of times, as the black dude, especially in the military setting, you let that shit be known. Hey, bro, we can talk or whatever, but don't fucking put your hands on me. That, especially, I'm playing none of these nut tap games, none of that questionable shit. We don't play none of that. And hey, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Again, we learned this for the most part. I think in Aaron or somebody that's Aaron's military too. So somebody that works a job, a 9 to 5, let me know if it's the same. It's forbidden topics in the workplace, right? Race, religion, politics, and like abortion. Okay, those you don't talk about those.
You don't have those conversations. You're correct.
Huh?
No, saying you're correct. The higher you go, the least that you're supposed to even have those conversations.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So as long as you stick within the bounds of, you know what I'm saying, socially acceptable workplace behavior, whatever, I think is cool. People make those like him, great things, like starting off the show, right? Talking about your team sucks, or whatever you have, opposing people that are fans of different franchises. That happens a lot, man. So I feel what y'all saying, but I think it's more sort of like, hey man, bro, you're doing too much, or you know what I'm saying, you're getting too comfortable, and then you have to make that. But for the brothers that work with white people, I mean, black people are the funniest people on the planet, like I said, for a reason. Okay, we own that comedy shit, so you can't say we don't play. When again, I physically play, I got you. But as far as jokes go, that's fucking with us on jokes, bro. And we are and we always, you know what I'm saying, tell the jokes.
Hey, Aaron, were you referring to jokes in general, or were you referring to white and black and race jokes?
Don't matter. All of it.
Agree to disagree. Comedy has a lot of value.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm saying there's a time and place for everything. And black people joke at times, or want to joke at times, where we don't need to be joking. We're too informal with ourselves. And we like I said, we expect other people to put up with our shit, but we don't want to put up with other people's shit, especially in the world of jokes. I get black people joking with me, and I'm like, I'm not joking with you. I don't fucking know you.
Oh, you're talking more about timing, like when to joke and when not to joke.
Well, that has a lot to do with appropriate, the time and place, and with whom. Your audience has a lot to do with it. Black people assume more readily that they can just joke with another black person on the premise that they're black. You're crazy. We don't respect each other enough to not do that shit. We don't pedestalize ourselves. We'll pedestalize the white man and know we can't joke with him. And then when we feel like we can joke with him, or we're joking amongst ourselves, then we tell him to stop being soft. But when he wants to joke back at us, knock it off. How about stop fucking joking? Unless we agree that we're joking, and then joke.
Fair game.
I don't know. The white people don't dictate shit to me, Aaron.
Exactly. But
I think that,
I'm talking about my experience with black people. Stop joking with me. White man got nothing to do with that.
Touche.
I don't like the informality that black people have with black people.
Touche. I understand your point now. Go ahead, CJ. What's popping?
I'll take it back to the tipping thing. So I think black people tip. We probably tip the left out of all the groups. I think it's close between black people and Asians. I think the hoodier you are, the less likely you are to tip. Feel me? Like if I seen Aaron walk in the room, I would expect a tip, or I would expect him to tip. If I seen like Mr. Williams, no offense, Mr. Williams, I would kind of be like, he probably won't tip. No offense, feel me. What else was we talking about?
I'm tipping, then.
True.
I prefer. You know what I'm saying? Of course. You know what I mean? Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets one. Everybody gets paid. Everybody gets one.
Niggas found a picture of Mr. Fantastic in his youth. Oh man. What? So you just say you just saying based on how somebody look, you like he ain't tipping.
For sure.
So you be profiling niggas, huh?
For sure.
You know, that's the
But
reason.
I'll still give you good service. So yeah, I agree with you, Scam. But I'll still give you the same service. So I mean, I'm not going to.
What?
Is it going to decline?
Indirectly, you might end up giving them not the service because the energy where you say this person ain't gonna tip in the back of your head, that's gonna show in your face. It's gonna show some kind of way. They're gonna feel it and smell it before you even get to the table.
That's kind of true.
Yeah, and what's a good tip amount to you? Since you said you ain't like that 18% gratuity.
No, it's not the 18%. It's the forcing it. Like it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, and then they go and give bad service. They can do whatever they want to do. Versus, I decide how much they're going to tip. Kind of decides what kind of service I'm going to get.
I agree. Subconsciously, Scam, he think you ain't gonna tip. The server's gonna look. He trying to get you up out of there, right? You trying to clear that seat so you can get tips. But do you do that to white people?
I don't treat
they don't look like they gonna tip.
But how do you identify white people ain't gonna tip?
If they look dirty, if they look, you can. I'm in the service industry. Are you in the service industry?
I used to be. I worked in the service industry, brother.
But I'm in it right now, and I've been in there for a while, and you could tell who you think gonna tip and who you not gonna tip.
Sometime, but not majority of the time. I ain't seen dusty, dirty ass nigga. I used to be. Hey, what's up to everybody? Not to cut everybody up. What's up going on, Pat? Pat on chat. What's up?
What's good?
But bro, I used to be a cook at Denny's, nigga. Honestly, nigga, and I've seen the dustiest niggas come in there and leave the biggest tips compared to a nigga that walked in there with a 3-piece, my nigga. So that's not true.
That's what he just said.
I seen little kids coming there tip more than a grown ass 70-year-old. So that's why I'm saying like.
Oh, that's not the argument. That's not the argument.
What we saying?
It kind of is though, CJ.
Can you tell? No, I agree. I have seen the person that
you can tell a nigga that's 18 that look like me that walks in there, motherfucker, with his pants sagging, nigga. You don't know what the fuck he do. You expecting him to tip, right?
Yeah,
no, I'm expecting him not to tip.
Why you expecting that Mr. Williams ain't gonna tip?
He did say that.
Right, with all this damn gray on my face, though. With all this gray.
No, hold on, Mr. Williams. Hold on. It's not. I want to understand why he picked you out of all people. Like he probably ain't gonna tip, and they had the nerve to say no offense.
He looked like he from the hood. He looked like he from the hood compared to Aaron. Feel me? Aaron looks intellectual compared to. No, it's not trying to be offensive. Feel me?
And because he's from Kentucky, they don't. Kentucky niggas.
So wait, do I look like I would tip?
Depends on who you with. Depends on who you with. Feel me?
So
if you walk there by yourself, I'm like, he probably
I walked in. So you mean to tell me if I walked in, I got on $3,000 worth of jewelry right now?
Y'all got to think I'm a dealer. So put it in dealer.
You said you going off my perception. So you see this big ass ring on my hand, you think I'm not gonna tip you? All my jewelry and shit I got on, my necklaces and everything, you gonna think that I wouldn't tip you? Especially if you from the hood, then you should know.
If you walk up,
I'm gonna tip you.
If you walk up, I'm gonna be cool with you. You seem like you're a cool motherfucker. So you walk up, I'm like, "How you doing, brother?" Feel me? And then I'm
not even the gray. I'm just saying all this gray, so you know I'm older, so you should expect that I would tip you well.
The gray doesn't mean anything.
I'm just saying. You said you went off perception. What would make you think I'm that hood where I wouldn't tip you?
He just out here profiling niggas. So you definitely don't think Bub would tip, man. You think Bub would tip?
Probably not.
Huh? Oh my god!
You could just walk in there, but you probably would. Feel me? But I'm gonna be cool with you.
Hey, CJ, let me holler at you real quick, homie. Let me holler at you.
Hey, take the plea, then.
Go ahead.
Let me holler at you, playboy.
Go ahead, big dog.
Yo, I've been tipping 20% since I was a teenager, and let me tell you how I learned that. I used to know this waitress, and she taught me about tipping and shit like that. She's like, "Listen, you got to understand. I work in this field. this is how we make our money. She told me that her hourly wage was only fucking $5 an hour. So she needed those tips, you know, to generate.
But the thing is,
income.
I don't look like I would tip. I probably don't look like I would tip when I walk in. I'm kind of young. I'm black, feel me? But I tip because I'm a server. I mean, I'm in the service industry, so I tip well. But when I first walk in the room, people probably be like, you probably won't tip that well.
But you know what's crazy too? You know what's crazy? I even tip when the service is terrible. You know why? In case I ever got to come back there again, they know they not gonna play me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Because they whole perception of me off that one, interaction could change. Because I'm gonna come back if the establishment is good. You might have had an off day, so you're gonna remember me. So the next time you're gonna be on top of your game.
No, I agree with you.
When it comes to that, I don't play with service like that. I
agree with you, bro. I agree with you, bud. But I'm just saying perception matters. So when I first see motherfuckers, you definitely profile. Everybody does it. We act like we don't do it. We profiling people. He look like he might tip. He look like he might not. I try to get the same service, feel me? And at the end we're gonna see the result. But it's just what it is, feel me? And the result is I profile you for a reason, because people who look like Bub and look like Mr. Williams usually don't tip. Now you have those people who do tip.
My name in that.
Look like me. People who look like me.
My name in that though.
People who look like me don't tip either. Feel me? So I be like, but then at the end I still give you some good service. Feel me? No pause. But then I be then we'll see what happened at the end. Feel me? See if you gonna get a good tip or not. All right, that's all I got. Oh, and the Ryan Clark shit. That nigga, bro. He was just talking. Ryan Clark was just talking. Niggas like just talking. They want to, would have said something. Like, said what? A nigga making a joke. Y'all niggas act like y'all just control every room y'all in. Don't say that around me, white man. Like, get out of here. I don't believe that shit.
He ain't saying nothing about control. He's saying address.
Yo, the joke was true. I mean, the thing is, I kind of feel you, like you said.
Why are you saying that, DJ?
Small
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Go ahead.
If you feel like it is true, don't put that shit out to the masses. Keep that shit to yourself behind closed doors.
I don't agree with that. I'm not one of them niggas. I'm not one of them niggas, but look, I do agree that the small
CJ, before you answer, let me just give him some context. Now you know CJ the Sonya Massey nigga too. Now you know he one of them niggas.
But I said I changed my mind on that shit.
I'm just saying.
But I had to get more information.
He wanted a pot throwing niggas, Bub. So
I was thinking about that. Let me tell you. I was thinking about that, and I was like, if I was on the jury, they would definitely give me more information, give me more evidence to make me sway my decision. Feel me? I wouldn't just go off that one little video I saw, like, oh, he's guilty or she's guilty off of that. So I would need more evidence to make my case. I said that I didn't see it when I came up here because that's what I saw. But then once I seen the other video, I changed my mind.
Okay,
I said I saw something different.
I'm just joking. Sorry.
All right, motherfucker. Well, then make sure. But what I was gonna say, the Ryan Clark shit. Yeah, y'all niggas is wilding for that shit. That nigga could say a true joke. Oh, in the small house, they don't let niggas talk. But like y'all niggas wild. I agree with Aaron. Niggas want to say nigga all the time, say it in front of white people, but then be like, you can't say nigga. Like, it's the stupidest logic in the world. The small hats don't be saying they word to other small hats. It didn't say everybody else can't say it though. They don't do that shit, but we do it. Like the women do it. Bitch, bitch, bitch. And then they say y'all niggas can't call us bitch though. Like, it's retarded. The stupidest logic in the world.
Hey, Hap, I put a link in the back, bro. It's a perfect example of what we talking about. Jerry Jones and that Jamie Foxx shit that's going on. That's a perfect fucking example. No white men talking amongst each other with all that little weird shit, and they say regular talk. I done been around the shit. That's regular talk. But if we talk about that nigga, like, get the fuck away from me, pussy ass. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, that don't go with us, bro. At the end of the day, and I don't sit around that man and joke like that. I used to be at work. I used to work at a warehouse, bro. I used to be around these people, bro. Like, bro, I don't deal with that shit, nigga. I'll tell my manager to move me over here, cuz I'd rather do this shit over here. Like, I don't do that. Like, I don't know, bro. We don't do that. Men as a whole, bro. I don't think black men do that at all, bro. We ain't gonna
do what? What you mean? Do what?
Talk about gay shit, none of that shit, no other men, other goofy shit. Like we don't do
No,
that.
I wasn't talking about no gay shit. I'm just saying how the women call each other bitches all the time. They didn't say, hey,
None of
you
that
better
shit.
not
We
call
don't
me a bitch.
disrespect each other in public because we know they're gonna escalate. We talked about this before,
No,
bro.
exactly.
My
Exactly.
vocabulary, yo. Word.
Exactly.
I don't
Like
say-
niggas don't go around calling each other bitches and then say, hey, nobody else call us bitch. Like we don't
I ain't
do
never
stupid,
said
we do
SMD
that
to no
stupid shit
nigga,
with
bro.
nigga
I ain't
words.
never said SMD to no nigga that's I ain't squaring up first. You
Yeah,
feel
me
me?
either.
Unless my hands already up, I'm not saying no shit like that, though.
But we not gonna go around like it's stupid, bro. It's stupid logic to go around calling each other nigga in front of the white people, but then say, hey, y'all don't use the word though. Like we control what they do. Like it's the stupidest logic.
But nah, but see,
we doing it.
CJ, I think it's corny too when if you saying it to your man. How you saying that to your man that you supposed to love, yo? Why you just can't cut that out of your vocabulary? Period. Then
No,
if you,
I would.
if you
No,
feel
I
like
would.
that, because why you got to switch code all the time? I don't want to feel like I got to switch code because I'm at work now, or because I'm with my family now, because I'm with my boys now. I want to be me all the time. It ain't gonna be no code switching with me.
No, I agree. I agree with Aaron. Aaron said either you don't say it at all, so you can't be a hypocrite, or you let everybody say it. Like with all this, we saying it right in front of them. It ain't like we saying it in fucking in private. We using this word right in front of them.
Yeah, so two things. So CJ, addressing your point again, man. Hey, double standards are a part of life, bro. All right, double standards are a part of life. Never gonna change. All right, just like a cop pull over a cop, he make motherfucking get off. And hey, I'm a cop too, so on and so forth, right? So again, a part of our culture is certain language and vernacular. So niggas never gonna stop saying nigga, bro. What? Believe it or not, white people say shit like white trash. And y'all beloved cracker,
and we say it too.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. But so CJ, what I'm saying is we are the person. We're putting limitations on ourselves that other fucking groups don't put on themselves.
Hold on. But how often do you hear that in the public setting of a white person calling another white person, yo, shorty white trash, or homeboy over there white trash? You don't hear that shit like you hear the N word. I ain't never heard
each other crackers
in my life. With
they rarely say crackers, so they don't be like, "What's up, my cracker? What's up, cracker? Cracker, cracker?" They don't say that shit.
No. Again, see, and I'm bro. I was in the whitest of white fucking professions for 20 years. This is how we say this, and you niggas don't experience because you don't be around white folks like that. Not only be around them for
I'm around white people.
Hold on, CJ. Tell me a time that you've been forced to sleep in the same fucking vicinity of another white man. Go.
I never have.
All right. No white people.
Never.
Jokingly, but really, you niggas don't know white people, bro. You just don't.
But wait. Go. Fantastic.
DJ,
what are you trying to say? What's your point here? That they call each other
what I'm saying?
What I'm
saying is yes. White people do a lot of the shit that niggas do. You just don't see it because, like you said, you're not around them long enough.
Wait, fantastic. Make the point clear. Do they call each other white trash or not?
Yes, I'm telling you that.
Okay. But do they get mad when you call them white? Okay. Oh, I got it. But do they get mad when you call them white trash?
No, Aaron. Just like
exactly. That's the point.
Listen, but I understand. Just like there's a mutual agreement and understanding, and reasonable. CJ, if a white boy called me nigga, he know it's smoke problems instantly right there on the spot. Just like if I call a white dude white trash, it's the same thing. Or cracker, same thing. So it's a mutual respect because hey, I don't want to whoop your ass, and I don't want to lose no money, and you don't want to get your ass whooped, and I lose some money. You feel what I'm saying? Because I always let motherfuckers know. Listen, bro. Hey, if I gotta put hands on you and I'm gonna lose fucking pay and rank, I'm gonna get every last penny out your ass before I go to mass. I stated that multiple times. It pissed me off to the point of where I gotta put hands on you or whatever. Oh, I'm getting my money's worth.
I feel you. I understand it, but I don't agree with it.
Well, you can't agree with it, CJ. You don't have the experience. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it in a negative way. What I'm saying is you guys just are not
I'm from California. Fantastic. I'm from California. It's white people all over the place.
CJ, I'm gonna ask you again. CJ,
I don't have to sleep next to him to understand
CJ,
I didn't have to sleep next to him.
CJ, brother. So CJ, right? So let's just say you at your job, right? You get to leave your coworkers. You don't have to go home with them. You don't have to be around them. You don't have to fucking walk around them to motherfucking get in your bed. Okay? What I'm telling you is another layer of understanding people and their culture. Again, we know the military is majority white, as like most things here. So what I'm telling you is you're very, very limited. I don't care how much you live around them, you have not literally lived with them. When you have to forcibly live with someone, you learn things you would never ever learn. That's one of the things that like you, everybody, you know, military niggas, y'all for the white man, y'all fight the white man's war. Motherfucker, your ass American citizen too. So they kick the motherfucking door and nigga, I'm protecting you just like I'm protecting the white man, the Mexican man, the Asian man, or whoever. Anybody that's fucking American citizen, right? But what I'm trying to tell y'all, black people speak about white people in a lens they really don't understand, bro, because they've never been around it. I'm not saying that as no, I'm the white man expert. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying people that have been in the military specifically have a different layer because now you're forced to work with, live around, and live with these people for months at a time. CJ, I was the only nigga, okay? Only nigga, oldest nigga, only nigga in the racks. You ever seen the Navy?
Fantastic. I understand your point. I'm not saying the extra layer that I don't see that you see, but I understand it. Feel me? So I'll leave it at that.
So let me do this real quick. Oh, what's popping? Oh, with the 50 Boss is him. Play that clip I just sent you if you are able.
I know what that is.
You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do. We were in France in the First War. We'd won decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong. You know the damage one ignorant Negro can.
It's a little bodies. In the words of R. Kelly, it's a little extreme.
Martique was popping, became a member. Salute my G. Welcome to the family, man. HQ with the $2. What difference does her race make? Well, I think we were just more so trying to understand, you know, rooting for everybody black. Where does it fall? Did DL Hughley go too far? Is Janet within her right of asking simply, is the lady black or not, considering she never put it on the pedestal previously based on the clips that we have? Dap Harris with the $5 says, what do you say?
What up? DL, down low.
Oh, Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley making the comments about Janet's nose, but B-Dubs wearing other coaches' hair. These new niggas. See, this pals with this one says, Bub, question. Would they be considered a true fin of 30 years if one of or two political situations y'all fall apart? Should friends not be able to have real conversations even if y'all disagree? Just asking.
Yo, check this out. I'm going to answer the question, Caesar's Palace. Yo, when it comes to politics, you don't understand, man. Like, people really, really get into their feelings over this shit, man. Like, because they start thinking that, their political stance on something may be like word is bond, and if you going against that, oh, you ain't my dog no more, and this and that. So I feel like, yo, just keep that shit out of your relation, out of your friendship, period. Like, even with family, yo, don't even keep that shit out. Because once y'all start banging heads over political views, man, sometimes it ain't no coming back from that, man. Your words is powerful, man. I'm telling you. Very, very powerful. And shit like religion and politics do that to friendships and families. It'll tear your asses up. Trust me.
So you saying no then?
Right.
Well, Mac with the father, Hamp may not care for white people, but they definitely like him. The fuck? The voice of Venus with the 10 ounces. Does CJ realize he also looks like a man who doesn't tip? Self-hate be real. God damn.
I said that though.
Jay, the grind with the 10 ounces. I love profiling everywhere I go. MJ with the 5 ounces. I tip nothing less than 20 or more. The customer service field is hardworking and deal with variety of personality. It's just etiquette. Trigger Mike with the 5 ounces. There are 10 black people on the panel, and this is arguably the most racist convo I've ever heard. We racist as hell. Reaper Rare with the $10 says, always tip beyond graciously with drink orders, especially if you coming back. Bartenders will always remember and give you free drinks and even food like it's water. You end up in the green over time. I agree. Black America with the $5 15 years as a bellman at the best resort in Vegas. Niggas don't tip most of the time. Damn. Reaper with the $5 says, most groups got their own curse words that they can say, but I can't. I hear Italians call one another guineas. Small hats call one another K word all the time. Thanos Theory with the $10 says, fantastic, dropping facts on living with Caucasians versus hanging around them. Martin Luther King with the $5 says, red shirt and blue tie is nasty work. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on. Wait a minute. Whoa, my money here. Get the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. Put him in the bedroom. Niggas want me dead. Put prices on my head. I got my shit and I pop my shit.
Get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. Enos, I see you back. UT Enos, I came up early, but he's having audio visual problems and all that. So I just want to get him in real quick and then we'll get your 2 cents. What's poppin', Enos? What's goody? I missed you, man.
Everything's good, man. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir. No, it sounds like shit, but it's better than before. What's poppin'?
Okay, not much. I just wanted to chime in on the UK bit. So it's funny, sort of fantastic, sort of hit it on the point just now about like if you're around white people all of the time, then you sort of simulate. So I feel like them boys on the podcast, they're straight pussy. So I've been around the world. I lived in the US. I lived in the Caribbean. I've lived here. So I sort of, you know, getting where I fitted. But man, I've been waiting so long, man. My thoughts are just going, man. But yeah, I just wanted to say, their comments. They said their comments were in fear of more than anything. And they love white women over here, man. White women are the queens over here. I went to a party when I first moved here 20 years ago with my wife, who was black, and a bunch of guys, about 10 or 15 black brothers, you know, invited me. I was the only one there with a black woman, and it was mostly black guys. I was the only there one of a black woman. So this is all they know. This is how they grow up. This is everything. So like them apologizing and everything, it's because of what they fear here more than anything else. So this is where they live. This is where they stay. And so I sort of understand why they were apologizing. And apologizing out of fear, because everywhere you go, you most of the times you're the, you know, unless you're in a community of a West Indian community or whatever, you're around white people all of the time. So that's I wanted to just chime in about that. I just add some context to that. And so I mean, I know it looks sort of weird. Like they were apologizing. I'm like, what the hell are you apologizing for? And then that bullshit that Ryan was speaking about, that was straight. I don't know what that was. I'm like, I don't know who he's speaking to or what that was about. But like that soliloquy was just good shit. So yeah, I just wanted to chime in about that.
Okay. I mean, you kind of saying what was bullshit about what Ryan said?
Like